Yo, welcome back to Tonight We Talk with Marcel and Trouble J, your new gen favorite aunt and unc. What's up? What's up?
Hey, we're
We
back in the building, y'all. Y'all already know.
we are
Episode 2.
yeah, show number 2. Y'all turn one up, so we back again. Period.
Hope everybody been good out there. You know what I'm saying? We got great feedback from the first episode. You know what I'm saying? As Marcel said, we champion that you know, that direction now, man. New generations, you know what I'm saying? Favorite aunt and uncle, y'all. We definitely embracing that fully for the new generation, you know what I'm saying, for the youngers out there. Our age, the whole nine, we carrying a new narrative out there, y'all. We got a wide range of conversations today, man. You know what I'm saying? Mostly relationship based. So you feel what I'm saying? We got some good perspectives to take y'all on this journey tonight, man. A little story time too as well for Marcel. Y'all already know, man. A lot of behind the scenes stories and conversations too, man. We thought about doing that too, of incorporating that with y'all too as well, for exclusive content. So look out for that too, because we definitely have a lot of longer conversations off the show too as well, man. What we starting off with today, Marcel,
You already know. You already
the working
know.
class auntie.
Your favorite working class auntie, honey. I ain't rich just yet. Okay, shout out to the working class aunties. We trying, girl.
Yes, indeed, for real.
Yeah, so today I usually and I know y'all probably feel like, not another relationship talk, but I promise y'all this ain't the submissive shit. This isn't the masculine, feminine. I'm tired of hearing that shit too. Like we tired of it too. Trust and believe. But
Yeah.
when it comes to when relationships end, Drake said a while back, you know what I'm saying? Niggas talk more than bitches these days, and he was not lying. He was not lying
That's
because
facts.
DDG for me is the final nail in a coffin of the many men who just cannot seem to shut up and just let it go. Just let it go. And the only reason I'm even talking about him is because it was DDG. It was Party with Megan. We're going all the way back to Paw Future because he's up in age now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, is this continuous, like, let me get my side out type thing when no one else is talking? Like, none of the women have said anything. Like, it just makes you look guilty. And it's like, okay, I'm here for people expressing their feelings online. That's cool. You do a podcast or you're invited as a guest somewhere, speak your truth. But repeatedly, then you want to attack the general public because we have opinions on what you're saying when we didn't like you in the first place. And I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not hating on DDG, but I didn't even know who he was before being and I'm gonna just say it, before being Haley's baby daddy. You a famous baby daddy, bro, to me, and I guess to most people. Cause like, what exactly, have you been doing? But I just
Well, he's the YouTuber, but you're right. It's a different demographic because Haley is bigger on the whole another, I know what you mean, level, like with
yeah.
movies and the music and all that. Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, so to me it's just like I personally, I just don't like the talking. You know what I'm saying? You guys are already going through a breakup. You just had a baby. And I also think that there's so many negative connotations when a relationship doesn't work out and there's a child involved. So now you have to face the whole, adding to the statistic of being a baby mama or a baby daddy, which I really want people to not feel bad. I mean, you was in a relationship, you had a baby together, like obviously for the majority of people you had to have loved each other. You know what I mean? And it just did
Yeah,
not
that's true.
work out.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't
That's true.
work out. So there's no reason to feel bad about it. And it's no reason to feel, down about it. But I just hate that, it seems like there's this trend of celebrity men mostly just coming out and talking too much. It's not that you can't share what you feel at all, but it's like, all right, bro, shut the fuck up. That's where I'm at with it. Just, okay, we get it. And that leads me to believe you weren't the one who left. Like clearly she was like, all right, bro, I'm out because like you're hurt and I get that. But you don't have to pretend to not be hurt to the general population, man. Hey, we just want to see Halo. We're here for the Halo memes. We're here for the baby
Yeah.
boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I want to see that baby. Be quiet, DDG. Show us the son. Where's your son?
Now I agree with what you're saying too, because the thing is, especially when you say it from the perspective of like it being with the celebrities, because it's like when it comes to certain dynamics, I feel like especially in a relationship, like of that magnitude too, everything don't need to go to the internet. Let's be like quite frankly about it. Even if you well known, you feel me? We talking about even high end relationships, like a even like a Jay-Z and Beyonce or something. You know what I'm saying? When
Right.
certain stuff happen behind closed doors, even though we got the internet, even though we got all these platforms, I feel like that's more of a reason to your point too that you don't say nothing about certain stuff. Certain things need to be cordial and mature behind the scenes. Now, if you going on interviews, that's another thing I don't really be liking too when it comes to Hollywood. You're right. It's all these promo runs and other stuff too. So even to the degree of like how you saying DDG, like going on and discussing it openly, you know what I'm saying, to the public. Like I know you got platforms, but certain stuff with me personally, I just feel like you got to leave some stuff surface level because then you can't put it out there exactly what you said too. And then when all the blog sites and the podcasters, because we in that era now, you feel what I'm saying? The news is everywhere. It's circling around everybody. Once you put it on the internet, once you put it on wax on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever the case may be, like you said, it's open season for everybody to have their own input on it, whether you like it or not. And that's the part that, you know what I'm saying, especially as celebrity men or just men, period, you know what I'm saying, that got a strong personality to the degree that you want to discuss it openly with the public. You got to know and understand that we in the era specifically now. Once it hit, you can't feel no type of way specifically about what somebody got to say or had their opinion because opinions, you know what I'm saying, everybody got them and everybody entitled to them. Now, because you on the magnitude of you dating, you know what I'm saying, Haley, like to your point, you it's no way for you to really even stop that. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Whether they agree with her or they agree with you. The point is, you know what I'm saying, you opening up that can of worms by even coming out and like the public post that he made, like to your point, you know what I'm saying? Cause I think you made a good point with that about like it's even bigger when the celebrities doing it. Me personally, I don't think he really had to make the post like that. If it came down to it and they, you know what I'm saying, and plus they got a kid together. It's different when you just in a relationship and it didn't work. You feel me? Because we talking about Hollywood. So you
Right.
know how many folks that either dated each other or been in the same circles of, you know what I'm saying, the same woman and same man, whatever the case may be. Like y'all had a kid and then it was like a whole thread, I think pretty much like a letter or something, an open letter to the internet that he wrote. And me personally, I was like, I don't think you needed to do that, bro. It's like you drawing the attention, you know what I'm saying, to something that you could have really just kind of kept under wraps. If they asked and y'all was out, you know, red carpet and all the other stuff because she's an actor and all that, then you do it from a different approach, in which I agree with your point in that. But you kind of already set the tone when he made that public letter to the internet. It's like, hey, me and Haley broke up such and such. Nobody really asked for that either. That's another thing. Nobody said, I ain't even know they wasn't together until he made the post and put the announcement out.
Exactly.
Nobody knew.
She's such a private person. She's such a private person. Even when the world tried to bully her into sharing her pregnancy and, show us the baby and all that other ignorant stuff, like she's a very private person. And I respect that because, if I was a celebrity, look, listen to my music, vibe, we can jig and stuff like that. And then I'm going to put out what I want to put out, you know what I'm saying, when I travel or sign autographs or something like that. But when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
kids and my relationship and my family and stuff, that stuff, in my opinion, is sacred. Not everyone is going to want to be very public with it. And I feel like there's this entitlement sometimes that society has when it comes to celebrities. So I do like that she's private, but they weren't really on my radar like that. So I
Yeah.
absolutely agree. You really put yourself out here and to me and to a lot of the people at this point because you keep doing it. It seems like you're trying to gain clout off of this situation, just like when Party did it with Megan. And it
Yeah.
just seemed like he was trying to get clout. Now I don't hear that nigga name no more. You know what I'm saying? And not to
Yeah. No, I feel you.
come at him about his work that he's done, but I didn't know who the hell he was until he started dating Megan. You're a producer. I don't read the small print, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're just invested in the music and you're like, I wonder who produced this or whatever. I don't be paying attention to it. So, like most people, had no idea who he was, what he looked like. Why is your name Party? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the questions
Yeah.
I
He
was just
was a
like,
ghostwriter, I mean, behind the scenes, but like
mm,
even to that point of what you're saying too, like, you know, they make a good living. Him and Eric Bellinger, people like that, they make a good living behind the scenes. But
right,
the thing is, you're right. Once he got with Megan Thee Stallion and then you got to the point that it was over with, I feel like still to my point, as a celebrity, if anybody gonna keep it private, if anybody gonna just bite, you know what I'm saying? What's the word? I'm trying to think of the phrase. Just, cover it up, whatever the case may be,
yeah,
keep it under wraps. I think celebrities need to be the main ones doing it because it's already in the public eye. when it's going good, it's going good. But the downfall to that, to your point, too, when you brought up DDG and Party and even Future, when it's on the downside, it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
It's good when you out with, you know what I'm saying, with Future out with, say, Sierra, when Party was out with Megan Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying, when DDG out with Haley and they going, you know what I'm saying, they traveling, they on tour, on movie sets and all that. But as soon as that shit go left, soon as, you know what I'm saying, you there at wit's end with it and you on the backslide of that,
Mm.
I mean, that's why I say that's when all hell break loose then. But then again, like to your point, then they start feeling the way. I can openly talk about it, you feel what I'm saying, when everything going good. We having a kid, we good, you know what I'm saying, we living together, all this good stuff. Soon as it go bad, and then the public opinion, because like they say, you gotta have tough skin and you let people get into on that too, then you can't flip the script then. Because again, like I know you didn't see the clip. You probably didn't see the clip. But I watch it because I watched, you know what I'm saying, Joe Bun podcast said,
Yeah.
and he brought the conversation up. And you got to remember with a platform like that, with millions of people tuning in, that added fuel to the whole situation too. Because basically, Joe Button was pretty much talking about the same thing with DDG, kind of expressing itself about the breakup and that he wasn't really familiar with him, but more so of like, you know what I'm saying, a dynamic of like, you know, what they both had in their careers and like how what was finna stem from that. Because he was basically saying, I know about Haley from the movies and, you know, she signed to Beyonce and all that. I wasn't really familiar with DDG. And then after this, it's like everything exploded because supposedly it was like something going on with what he said about which at this point I feel like some of that was fake because it didn't sound realistic. But like how they said, uh, how he said she was in bed or like they dynamic, they ain't really never get along and all type of shit like that. And again, like I'm saying, when you open the door for that, which is why I agree with you 100% with what you're saying, you had already opened the door from that. So when we going in the space to where that following day come and you all over Hollywood Unlocked and you all over the shade room about the conversation, you know damn well the major platforms like the DJ Academics, Joe Budden, all these people is definitely finna talk about it. And you can't feel away about that because you knew it was coming.
Yep.
You knew they was gonna do that.
It's the fact that it's one sided. And I think that's what trips me out because Haley still has not said anything and she's not going to say anything. It's just not in her actual character. So I think that's what
Yeah,
trips me out personally. It's just like, it's, and that's what I love about her. She's not going to allow something like that to ruin her, you know what I'm saying, her shine. She's not going to allow
yeah,
that. So I also think that, I'm not going to lie, I'm glad that the breakup happened because he really was, I'm not gonna say he was affecting her career per se, but their careers on different spaces. And he did make some comments regarding her being in the Little Mermaid movie. He tried to make it seem like it was about her having to kiss a co-star, and it's just like you're gonna look over, like there were so many TikToks of black women crying, older women my age and up, who
yeah, yeah.
were
You're right.
taking it. You want to look over all that and be like, she has to kiss the prince. She's in a movie, bro. What are you talking about? You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I just don't. I just didn't like him for her because it felt like he was in that space where you are kind of jealous of her success. And I hate to even say it because you have your own. You know what I'm saying? You stream or whatever. Not many people know you. I mean, the streamers I know are like Corey Kenshin, Beezy, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Those are people I watch, but not everybody is gonna know who they are either. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on what
yeah.
they stream. And that's okay. But it's like, I just didn't like that because I'm like, why would you not be supportive of this? Like you don't see the bigger picture. You're worried about someone getting a kiss. You are at home with this girl. Your seed is
Yeah, she come
implanted
on to you. You're right. Yeah, yeah,
in this girl. So I just didn't like it. But one thing, I'm just glad. Like I said, I really like her. She's given very much Disney princess, and I'm really here for how she's handling the situation. But my thing is, like I said, I hope he just gets back to whatever makes him happy, continues to be a good dad and all that good stuff. But I hate how women are pinned as like the super emotional ones, and then we look out and we see examples of some of these dudes being the super emotional ones, and the girls going on like, you know what I'm saying, on to the next, like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Who? Like, they don't even say anything bad. Megan didn't even say anything bad about Party. Sierra has not said anything foul about
Oh no,
Party.
Sierra did it real. Yeah, Sierra really. She never does. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm
She
like,
she
all
pretty
these
much
years.
invested in Russell.
Hmm.
Russell, you know what I'm saying, Wilson for sure. Like I've never heard her come out and speak anything crazy about the situation. she been riding with it. Like
Hmm.
she's happily married, you know what I'm saying, to Russell Wilson. I mean, they are married, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're married. Yeah,
Got
yeah, yeah.
kids. I mean,
Married to Russell Wilson with additional kids. It's like, I mean, Sierra is the perfect example of, you know what I'm saying, going with the flow and letting the dynamic of the situation be what it is. Because of course, you know what I mean, Future is the baby daddy and stuff too. But you feel me, like, because me and you had that conversation off camera, like, people still do move on, and
yeah,
Sierra did it gracefully to the point to where she focused on what she got over here. Baby Future still is, you know what I'm saying, her son, so I'm pretty sure Future get that dynamic with him too. But other than that, they able to separate the two. And another thing I was about to say too, to your point, which I think is big too, that's why people got to kind of be careful with that. I don't even want to say be careful. A lot of people got to know the difference,
yeah,
because I knew who DDG was before, but because he was in the YouTube space. Now the thing with that though is you in front of the camera all the time. You share a lot of your life, but you got to know when you in certain relationships with certain people too. Everybody not in that same aesthetic, because Haley
exactly.
is in the music industry and the actor, but she very reserved. Like that conversation I had with you when we was talking about Bryson Tiller. She's more so of that type of style, but then you got somebody with DDG who's always, you know what I'm saying, a vlog is out all the time, always on the, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, pretty much. Like he's open to having conversation. Then he got his own podcast and stuff now too. But you got to know the difference between that, because just because, you know what I'm saying, to your point, that DDG was open with and wanting to express it, it probably was in the space that maybe Haley didn't even want to have that come out, or in the way that it did, to address it to the public like that, because everybody don't want to be represented like that. She's probably still not gonna say anything either, you know what I'm saying, to your point, to her character, because what I told you from before, she probably wanted to keep it under wraps.
Right,
And of course, I ain't gonna bash him completely, because when he put the message out of what he put it out, it wasn't like it was a negative message. But I just feel like personally, that's something that should have just been behind the wraps, behind the scene. Once it was time, maybe a couple of weeks or months passed by, and they realized y'all not together. She not in the vlogs no more. She doing her own thing, and they address it, you know what I'm saying, on the red carpets or other platforms. Then, you know
right,
what I'm saying, organically, it's gonna fall in place. But the plaster it out there, like you saying too, of course, because I mean that's what happened with Party. I mean, I didn't even know Party was with Megan as long as he was for all them years too. I mean, of course, it got a little messy too, but then you got to know the difference between what's genuine
right.
and what's for entertainment too. Because I will give, I don't even want to say slack, you know, because we got to have organic conversations here. Party did do that in a way too, but I will give Party a little slack, like on the concept of what you came in the conversation, because a lot of they too, even with Megan, with the whole, you know what I'm saying, her career, and you know what I'm saying, bring attention to a lot of things too. That really took her career up too, even with some of the songs. Remember, she was in that dispute with like 300 records and all that. So it's like,
Hmm.
I think that specific situation, you got to be careful, because you can't mix personal life too, but then personal gain, like for your music, and then she dropping projects and stuff too, because then that started to muddy the water too. Because then at that point, it's like, I get Party started off putting it out there in the public, but then when y'all both put it out there in the public, but then trying to sweep it on the road too, you gotta let it be what it be. Once he said what he said, on with your career, don't address it. Like, remember, they dropped diss songs towards each other. Once they did that, I felt like personally, y'all both can't jump in the fire together. You feel me? If Party was gonna do it, let it be what it be, like Sierra did. You feel what I'm saying? And keep it pushing. Like, it's like they made a quick buck off of that situation too, and then separated. You know what I'm saying? But
Though, like I feel like because Tory had done what he done, had Party never said
yeah,
anything with Megan's lyrics, they were not targeting Party. We didn't even
yeah,
know
yeah,
they
yeah,
were broken up. He's the one who
yeah,
came
yeah. You're right.
out and jumped in front of it and made a diss track towards her, and it was like she to me they were just lyrics. I mean, Cobra was hardcore. I was fucking with it. And what made me mad about that whole thing is Cobra is such a good song about mental health. I think that I'll get deeper into this like when we get into the music segments. When Cobra came,
Yeah,
especially when she linked up with Spirit Box, bro, I knew that this is what Megan is when she's not on a label. This is our creative, weird anime girl, and I'm here for it. But it was about her mental health. Everyone was talking about how much she drank. Everyone was spreading rumors about how she had sex. Everyone was talking about this. And they took one line from the song, and because he came out the woodworks, you jumped on it And it seemed like no one cared about the mental health. No one cared that she was talking about drinking. No one cared that she was talking about being depressed.
Yeah, that was
All they
only lock
cared
in on
about
the
was,
the back and forth between them. You're
yeah,
right. It
between
just,
them two. And I hated that because I feel like it took so much, he took so much away from the song by
yeah,
making
he
it
did. I know
about
what you mean.
him. You already have a new
Yeah,
bitch. She's a pretty
yeah.
bitch. You know what I'm saying? You already have somebody new. So for you to come and jump out and do what you did, you deserve all the slack. You know what I'm saying? You deserve all the hate that you get him, because I'm not gonna lie, I heard the line. I'm thinking Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah, yeah. I know
sure.
what you. Yeah, yeah. Because that still was actively. That's another reason too. Because that was still actively going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just too much at one time. Yeah.
So I was just like, now eventually we would have found that they was broken up, but by that time the song would have already done what it needed to do. But when he came
Yeah,
back,
yeah, yeah,
getting attention, and then the old girl that who he's with, I guess, was trying to be a rapper or whatever. I'm like, are you trying to gain clout to like shine light on her, because she pretty, but when it comes to the lyricism and when it comes to creativity, she's not Megan. I mean, anybody who knows
yeah. Hell no.
knows that looking at that Cobra video, crawling out of the mouth of the snake, that's Orochimaru from Naruto. Come on, we know. So I'm like, you have someone who has the blurred
Hey,
community behind them. The anime community is already crazy. That's why, like, even when she went up against Nicki Minaj, I'm like, you don't. When she posted the death lilies from Tokyo Ghoul, she never said anything. She posted a picture, and all of us nerds went crazy because we know what that means. A regular person, and they just, you know, they they don't know what that means. You feel me?
yeah,
But when I saw that, I said, Nikki is done for, bro. Because when you see
yeah,
that
yeah,
in anime,
yeah.
bad things are, you gonna die, bro. You gonna die. So, but nah, anywho, like I said, we definitely got some music segments coming up. I'm gonna save that for that. But yeah, because I can go on and on and on. Like, I love Megan Thee Stallion. I love what she stands for. I love that, she's 29. She's 29. You feel me? Like, most of the girlies, like, they a lot of times we push this narrative that you have, when you're 25, you have to have shit together, woman, man, whatever. And a lot of these people that are finding their success and finally getting in step with who they are, they're damn near 30 years old. Our age, auntie and unc age. You feel me?
Hey, slick though, for real though, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really giving the secret because it's the truth. A lot of them are actually older than what they are in the industry. If they actually implemented the mentality with the age that they actually are, you wouldn't run into a lot of the bullshit they go on anyway. It's they try to keep up of the image of too much. Prime example of what you're saying. Not nothing towards Megan, but like you're right, Megan's 29. I think even like Offset and Cardi with that situation, you know what I'm saying? Not to really deep dive in that. I'm pretty sure Offset in his 30s and Cardi B is too.
Definitely.
You feel me? To your point of saying, like, I mean, if we at that age in a certain dynamic too, like certain stuff, like I wouldn't even let that get to the internet. Like we too grown for that.
Too grown. That's my
Too
thing.
grown.
But yeah, that's my whole thing. I'll just, I want the celebrity men, because I know that some people are, just mentally weak and their followers. Please do not go out here if you and your girl break up, getting on the internet, pulling a DDG, Future, Quavo. Just talk with your homeboys, go to counseling, whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing for the girls, because a lot of girls will post like how bad they man do them. People comment on them. You get comments on the post. You get back together with them and get mad because nobody likes them. Like,
Yo, hey, hold on. This is when the show get real right here. We got to do that. We
yeah,
we got to talk about that real quick because it's a difference. And you tell me, because as a female, you would know it's the difference between if y'all gonna break up and the shit what it is and it's bad, let it be bad.
mhm,
Stop doing the shit on the internet that I don't like, and this is not towards women because I like to be direct when I'm saying this.
yeah,
This is towards men and women. Don't use the shit as a catapult to on the platform to bullshit either, because that's what I don't like. If y'all broken up and then you knowing you one of them men or woman that's gonna get back with a person, don't go on a rant on a series, you know what I'm saying, to monetize and do all that, and then come back and be like, oh well shit, we good, we still back together, and then you want a whole bashing session on the internet because that's the new thing now for the generation, you know what I'm saying, the man versus woman,
yeah,
and then you out there, you got, you know what I'm saying, you maybe got a woman, she got a whole little YouTube series to where, you know what I'm saying, my man ain't shit. He ain't do this. He cheated multiple times. You got the dude on here on these other, you know what I'm saying, platforms doing the same thing, but then behind the scenes, y'all coming together or y'all working it out and be like, it was just some small. Me personally, I don't like that shit. If it's
yeah,
real, let it be real off the internet. Don't use that shit to catapult. It be, you know what I'm trying to say? It be too
yeah.
many people doing it. It's like, damn, I hate you, but then I'm gonna come back with a different series after because now it's a money making. You know what I'm saying? Like you said with the like you had said with the I think it was with the horror stuff, like the money grab. Don't use the relationship shit as a money grab. If y'all really ain't fucking with each other, let it be that. I don't like when you know what I'm saying, when they stretching it too.
Right.
And that's men and women. Like to that point right there, I had to say that real quick because that they getting that's crazy work the way they doing it on the internet like that.
It really is. And I feel like that's the type of shit that promotes struggle love. Like, we're going to get into it, but then we find this happy ending. Like, honey, y'all don't have to go through all this toxic shit. Like, you do know that that is not a regular part of a relationship. You can just go with the flow and be cool. So I'm just not,
Yeah.
I'm not for that struggle love shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm for the balance, if you will. Like, let's just, you know, but,
I mean, you get what I'm saying? No, I just had to say that. Like,
no, I feel you.
folks really do break up, you know what I'm saying? And the vibe really do
Right.
um, you know what I mean, be what it be. But what I'm saying is on like if it's not authentic, then leave it off the
Leave
internet.
it.
That'd be my only thing with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like a whole mechanism now that like, damn, I broke up. But you know what? Instead of just letting it be a breakup privately, oh, I could like this is some shit you can monetize on in this new generation now. So let me post the video with me and my significant other arguing or we getting into it, you feel what I'm saying? And then let me flip it into a whole storyline and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let me make monetize off of it. I don't like that part because then you muddy the waters at that point. It's like either y'all gonna be together or y'all not. And then if you are, you really teaching society something too by doing it because then with all these platforms too, people take you got kids at some point they're gonna take it as a game. You feel me? That's when you got people when you get into them conversations with kids can be like, well, I can really break up with her as much times as I want and do what I want anyway because I mean it's plastered over the internet and then be the same people that they putting out the series bashing each other, but then behind the scenes they trying to work it out and do all this. It's like you putting out the bullshit, but then you ain't letting people know, you know what I'm saying, how to fix the situation. Like don't just what I
Right.
mean, beat each other
Tell each
down
other
for the
no.
money because it ain't about the money.
But that's the thing, unfortunately, like I feel like for a lot of people it is. You know what I'm saying? And that to me,
Mhm.
if I were in a relationship and things went awry or whatever, and I scroll and you're talking shit about me like on a TikTok or something and being misleading, trust and believe I'm coming with receipts. And unfortunately that's just gonna add to the entertainment of other people. Cause at this point, like people gonna be entertained. I'm entertained by seeing like the receipts get brought up. Like, oh, they abused me. They did this and the third, and then you're the one with the restraining order on you. You were the crazy lady the whole
Yeah,
time.
crazy,
You
crazy work.
killed
That's what I'm
you
saying. Yeah,
you
you're right. Yeah,
you
yeah,
tricked
that's
all of
crazy
us.
work.
But it's like when you're actually the person doing it, it's just like if you are gonna do it, it's gonna look crazy if you get back with this person. And at that point, it's just like when my friends look, you like it, I kind of somewhat like it for you. You know what I'm saying? If this is how you like to
Yeah.
be treated and stuff like that, I can only give my advice so much. But it's just
Mhm.
easier to just scroll on past when it comes to that. But I don't know. Speaking of lead, like when it comes to the back and forth, that to me is when like people today seem. I'm not even gonna say
Yeah.
today because it's been something that's been happening. But like I don't think that we talk about setting boundaries in relationships, which is why we get into so much time being wasted, constantly
Uh,
trying and trying and trying again. And I'm like, a lot of us are doing shit that is literally categorized as insanity. You're doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And it's like, if you let somebody play you, because we all learning. Like I'm learning, I'm in my 30s. I had my like first, serious relationship come to end not too long ago. And it's just like, you have to really look at that because the next time I get in a relationship, I'm not going to do the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
hell
that
nah,
can't
definitely not. Yeah,
happen. Because at that point
yeah.
it's a choice. You know what I mean? So it's like first time, okay, you make a mistake. After that, you are choosing to do this. And a lot of times I feel
Mhm.
like we know we're choosing to like people are confusing like love with erasing or really not standing 10 toes down on their boundaries. So now you're getting disrespected, now you're feeling uncomfortable, now you're questioning yourself when in actuality, like, bro, you're not happy, this not gonna make you happy, but you really center the other person. And I'm like, I'm really tired of love being taught that it is this constant battle, this constant sacrifice. It shouldn't be all that all the damn time. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like
right.
it shouldn't be that all the damn time. And I feel like you just have to lay the law down. You know what I'm saying? Like lay the law down, bro. And if they can't get with it, cool. I know that a lot of people don't like how people would say like a marriage, but I feel like a relationship period is kind of like a business deal, but it really is. We need to lay out, what it is we want, what it is we're matching up with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these contracts laid out and let's see if we matching up. If we agree, we
Yeah.
agree. If we don't, can we compromise? If not, then it's time to go. And I feel like that's another boundary, not fucking leaving, bro. I feel like I knew it was time to leave.
Yes, we getting into it. Yep.
Yeah, like I feel
Yep.
like, myself and just, friends, whatever, but like I feel like, when it's time to leave. However, when you become comfortable with someone, when you have kids with someone, whatever reason there is, you're hanging on to that or you're hanging on to what used to
Yeah.
be versus what
Yeah.
actually is now. So it's rough, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do right, right? They'll do good for like a week,
Yeah.
2 weeks. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh, I respect your boundaries, or we're gonna try it. And because you've allowed them to stumble across your boundaries so long, I promise you, they're gonna do it again. And then they're gonna be like, I've been doing it this long. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, I've been doing it this long, so what's the difference? We do this a pattern. We do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So definitely like
Yeah. Yeah.
self love, bro, needs to be taught a lot more. Self love, what real self respect is. Because I feel a lot of times when society talks about self respect, they're busy talking about how you dress or how you talk or whatever. Self respect is knowing when to get the fuck away from people who do not serve you in any way.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had hit on something for real with that too, because even though certain dynamics go on in life, like serious ones, like having a kid together, sometimes the bigger picture too, which up front it may seem tough. So I will say
Yeah.
this because I got to keep it real with y'all when we having these conversations. Of course, when you have a kid with somebody, let's lay the shit all on the table. You got to have, what I'm saying, a deep connection with someone to want to be able to have a kid in the first place.
Mm,
So that's the first thing. But also when it comes to the boundaries of if certain dynamics don't work out, either after or in the midst of it, then respectfully on both sides. And I say respectfully because a lot of y'all be on the bullshit with disrespecting boundaries, especially men, you know what I'm saying? Specifically, we know this, is written for sure. Like this ain't nothing I'm making up. We're not respecting boundaries or not knowing when to let go and all that too. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like being, territorial or whatever. But I'm talking about more so from a space of certain dynamics too, not cause you to compromise your boundaries. Because again, you can have kids, you can get married, you can do other things too. People do get divorced. People do have kids and end up, splitting and stuff too. But you also got to understand the importance of, the value of what it is for yourself individually, not just the scenario in which, it shakes stuff up. Like obviously having a kid, once you have a kid with somebody, they're definitely going to be in the picture. They definitely in your life for the rest of your life, but it can't determine, the way you narrate certain stuff and like overly compromise on certain things too, because at this particular point now this is somebody that I have to fully deal with, on a year to year basis or long term, even though, the dynamic or connection may not be there. And I think that's advice. I'm gonna say it from the male point of view. You feel me? And if you want to chime in after,
yeah.
is that I think a lot of men, and I'm gonna say this because I say the real shit. You feel me? If anybody know to follow me, I'm gonna say what it is. It don't have nothing to do with that gender bashing stuff. A lot of men, y'all gotta understand when to let go.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from both sides because initially, me personally, because I don't really care to be vulnerable like that. A lot of my past relationships when I was younger, I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like the a naturally romantic type. So I'm gonna keep trying certain stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give in to a lot of stuff back then. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna, head over heels, like, put myself in the bind almost, which I've done multiple times too, just to appease and, please the women in other areas aside just from the physical. But the one thing that I can say that I'm not in the boat of that a lot of men do too that's dangerous, especially, and I like in our community in itself, like us, the black people specifically, y'all gotta learn when to let go. And I'm talking about let go if the shit don't work. Like you don't need toxic masculinity and you don't need a toxic environment continuously cycling too. And you just want shit, to work out just because you either want to have control or you feel like you keep, you know what I'm saying, it's like bumping your head on the wall, you know what I'm saying, continuously, and you just keep running at it, keep running at it, keep running at it. As a man, if you fucking up a situation, you feel what I'm saying, and it's not working, and the women feel like they ready to leave. And of course, again, I'm talking about when you get multiple attempts to try to get it right, and you still don't get your shit right, y'all got to let that shit go. You feel me? Because that's the part I don't like when I see men doing that too as well. It's like, now you want to have this machismo and bravado that you're going out here cheating, doing what you're doing. Hey, it is what it is, my
Right.
boy. You feel me? That's how you rock. That's how you rock. But you can't have control on it, because a phrase that a lot of people talk about that y'all take lightly, but it's the opposite end. That have your cake and eat it shit too is not really realistic like y'all think it is. It's realistic if you're a person that lack emotional intelligence. If you can be out here and be married, but then have 2, 3 side chicks, or you can be out here sleeping with multiple women and then coming back to your girl, or you can have your girl pregnant and go and get 2 other females pregnant. That means you lacking emotional intelligence. And when it come down to that, a lot of men not really mature to be able to step into that. That's why we had a dangerous side of domestic violence. We got the dangerous side of, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, I'm ready to go. The female, this is another thing. I'm gonna put y'all on game, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Facts.
A female be tapped out emotionally before they ever tapped out physically. And a lot of men don't even pay attention to that. She'll still be around, you feel what I'm saying? And I felt like I done even experienced that before too, of knowing this. And then, you know what I'm saying, end up leaving, but she's already tapped out.
Mhm.
But you rarely hear this. And another thing, you feel what I'm saying, I got to say before Marcel chime in too, we can't be blaming the woman a lot of time too for the dynamic of being like, when a woman decides she gonna crash out too, or when a woman start doing certain stuff, because on the basis of it start from the man first. First of all, we stronger. First of all, the dominance. First of all, you know what I'm saying, the leadership and certain stuff is supposed to be from a man anyway. It's supposed to be more nurturing. So when y'all flip over to the domestic side, or you on to the more aggressive shit anyway, you feel what I'm saying, you already got a woman at a disadvantage too. And when they feel like they're ready to leave, y'all got to be able to let people leave. Because a lot of y'all will say y'all cool with it, but then you not. But see, that ain't got nothing to do with a relationship battle. That's a battle within yourself. Because if you're a man who can fuck up but still want to have control, that the real world don't even work like that. You ain't
Yeah.
finna fuck up and go to your job. You feel what I'm saying? And be like, hey, let me get my job back, and force them to get your job if you keep messing up at work. You feel me? Or if you an athlete or artist or whatever, you keep putting out shitty ass projects, or you know what I'm saying, you're an athlete, and you just having a terrible season, you can't force them to keep you on the team. You can't force them to do that. So the same thing, you feel me, within a relationship. I just felt like I needed to say that part, because I don't like how um that make it seem like it's a female thing. A lot of men don't know how to let go when it's time to let go. Y'all got to learn how to do that. Simply, you gonna feel the emotions, but feel the emotions. That's where you got to gain multiple emotional intelligence. Because a lot of y'all that say, you know what I'm saying, we from the streets, I'm hard and all that, be the most sentimental niggas out here. I guarantee you, trust me, I know this for a fact. And them be the ones that be crashing out. I'm from the streets, but I really love her, and I'm cheating. And if she go and mess with another dude, or just cause she ain't
Yeah.
with me, I was just like, you with me or you ain't with nobody. That ain't real life, y'all. This not a movie. This is the real deal. That's stupid shit if y'all doing shit like that.
It
But my bad, I had to say that. You feel me? So
Nah, you preaching. That's big facts. Like it really is. My thing too is, if you know you ain't shit, bro, just please fuck with somebody else who ain't shit. Fuck with somebody who is on that type of time. I really hate, and like, you have good men and good women out there, and they're very forthcoming with what they're looking for, what they're trying to do. And for a fact that you're not on that type of time.
yeah,
I had this one dude who, like, when I got back to Dallas, I lived in Arkansas for a little bit, came back to Dallas, and we podcasted together like years ago in this big group of people. But he tried to talk to me or whatever, and I was like, okay, what I'm saying, let's do it. But one thing I noticed is, like, you threw up how you were looking for marriage, how you wanted someone who goes to church on Sundays, how our first date's gonna be like at a baseball game and all this other stuff, the Ranger Stadium. And I'm like, no, no, no to all three of those things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not married, not looking for love. And I think baseball's,
yeah.
I've already been to a few baseball games. And when I'm at the baseball game, it's only one thing I'm looking at, and that is those baseball booties on the men. And I don't think you want me looking at the baseball butts. Baseball butts and
Nah, I
football
feel you.
butts are like
I feel
girl
you.
volleyball, but
That's like going to the volleyball games. I'm already knowing. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
We there to look at them. Exactly.
I don't know what home run. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? I might start
I
shooting.
feel you. I feel you. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I say no to all of these things. And it was just like, you keep trying to force that you want to go on a date. But also at the same time, because I had my hair in puffballs, you say some weird shit like, oh, you have such a baby face, or I have a pigtail fetish. That tells me you want to fuck. You're trying to reel someone
Yeah.
with
Yeah. Let's be for real.
but in actuality, you want to fuck. And let's say I was a woman who was actually looking for these things. I would have been excited, like, oh my God, like, finally a man who understands what I'm going. Like, I hate that you ain't shit. You know exactly what you're looking for, but you have to use marriage and a ring to try to, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trick a woman
Yeah.
to come in. And
Hey, sometimes y'all got to catch that L, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we keep it real in the show.
mhm,
Sometimes you got to be direct, and either they gonna rock with it or not. Now, the real phrase I know is fact, and I'm gonna say this is fact because a lot of y'all be scared to say this again, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your new generation's favorite unk, man. So I'm finna tell y'all this. You got to be upfront with it. If you catch the L, you catch the L. Now, mind you, I'm a relationship type person, but I have been in certain spaces where I'm trying to catch a vibe. And again, whether people may think of the perception of me or not, I do not. I'm not 100 for 100 grand slam every time. I've definitely caught L's off being upfront of, hey, this is just what I want to do. A
mhm.
female be like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really rocking with that. Maybe I want a relationship, or in turn, I'm just not wanting that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be too many people scared of rejection. The best thing to do is to be upfront. If you want a relationship, you want a relationship. If you want a vibe, you want a vibe. However, the cards may play themselves out, you got to roll with it because everybody's gonna be rejected. I don't give a damn. Like y'all be saying, a lot of these celebrities too, even the Chris Brown and Denzel and all these other folks y'all look up to. I guarantee you, they ain't striking out. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It ain't nobody on this earth that can get any and everybody that they want. You know what I'm saying? Even to you know what I'm saying, Marcel point. So it's like you got to know yourself. That's what it be.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know themselves when it comes into these dynamics. So you think you ain't shit, but everything that you doing, you know what I'm saying, your principles, your morals, or how you moving, these are either an ain't shit dude or ain't shit female. And you just not trying to understand that that's what it is. You feel me? And you keep going back into the same cycle. If you don't realize it, you don't understand. And another thing too, that Marcel said, like off camera too. That's why a lot of people got to spend that time with they self,
Yeah.
because the moments that you spend with yourself and you really like, I want to say forced to do it, because I ain't talking about like filling in a placeholder. Let me just have somebody for the time being. I ain't in a relationship no more, or you know what I'm saying, just have a moment. I'm talking about literally forced to be by yourself for maybe a couple of months or whatever the case may be, a year, however it is, to really know yourself fully, so that when you getting back out there for the people that's on the bullshit, you gonna know how to navigate in the future. Because if you don't never have nobody pressing the issue on that, you ain't gonna never improve. You're gonna keep being the same cycle of a man, because I feel like it messes up the opportunity for other folks.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say this personally, because sometimes you got to be vulnerable with certain stuff to get the point across. I myself, like a couple of times, done been caught in the space of having to pick up the pieces for women of me being an actually quality good guy. I ain't finna say perfect because that's bullshit. I ain't never finna lie on the mic and say that. But you feel what I'm saying? Definitely not with the ain't shit antics. But like a lot of relationships I done had, man, you got me preaching tonight. You feel what I'm saying? I'm
It,
finna just get straight into this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
uh,
A lot of the relationships I done had, and this is a tip to tell y'all. If you want a beautiful woman, and in this case, you feel me? You got to know what comes with it. Any attractive woman, or any woman that, you know what I'm saying, a man desire, or any woman that got a like attractive personality to as well, you got to be able to overlook the trauma, because a lot of the quality women out here have already got shitted on and played with by the ain't shit dudes anyway. And by the time it get to the point to where either a good guy's in the mix, or you going through that pathway in life,
mhm.
you feel me? It's almost evident that you're gonna deal with it. I know this for fact, so I'm trying to tell y'all, for the younger generation too, as you coming up. Anytime y'all want this beautiful woman with a certain aesthetic, the body, the vibe, the personality, you know what I'm saying? Her interest is top tier and all that. No, it's some type of trauma that come behind it. And you got to make sure that you're not trauma bonding, that you actually trying to break the trauma, because you get caught up in that too, and you spending all this time trying to appease them,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to show them that you were good. And I had to stop doing that because a lot of times in certain relationships too, especially with the woman that a lot of men were seeking after that I was talking to, is on the basis of that I got to prove to you within this year or then 2 years or 3 years that I'm even worthy of your time, when all I really need to be doing is being myself. You feel me? Because that trauma that you already have, I got to help you, you know what I'm saying, break that trauma in other ways. I don't really need to prove nothing. I just need to be consistent or guide you in the right place. If y'all don't never do that, I'm telling you, like, you're never gonna break the barrier of like knowing the difference between if somebody is good for you or not good for you, because you still gotta allow somebody to give a chance. And this go for men and
Yeah.
women. Everybody's gonna have some type of what's the word? You might can help me with the word. Some type of caution. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Some type of caution to a degree, because you done dealt with certain stuff, but you can't let the caution always sometimes to alter like what's either for you or to build somewhere else. Because
Right.
Marcel kind of said a little bit at first that it scared a lot of people. It's like, damn, I had 3 failed relationships, or somebody cheated on me, or you know what I'm saying, somebody did me this way. So instead of going on the opposite end of finding a good person, I'm just like gonna be ducked off to the world and not deal with nobody at all. That's not really smart either, because even on the flip side of that, if you're a good person too, you ain't gonna never get the experience down pat. You gotta know both sides fully, all the way to the left
Hmm.
with a bullshit relationship, all the way to the right with a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Bring both together with a middle ground so you know how to do it. Solitude, not in the meantime, because like I said, Marcel had a good point with it. But long term, don't ever be the person that just gonna be like, you finna be single forever. If you got that mentality for men and women out there for real, please stop doing that shit, because that's the worst like trait to have to keep, like, because you add a negative energy into your mind of
Hmm.
saying that since everything been fucked up, just fuck a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be single. Well, the woman with 9 cats, or the dude out here that's just sleeping with all the women when he 55 or 60 years old plus.
Hmm.
Like, y'all gotta stop doing that shit.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, if you want to be in a relationship, you just have to manifest it. But most importantly, I
Yeah.
think isolation is healthy. Once you get out of a traumatic space, I don't think it's fair to have someone coming in. I feel like you should be well balanced when you go date. I don't feel like you should still be dealing with trauma. There's something that you need to be in the process of healing from, or you're healed to the point where you're not going to drag this other person through trials and tribulations and they ain't done shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
People say that,
Yeah.
like, it's harder to date after you've been through things, but in my opinion, it's much easier because, baby, the bullshit, I can smell it so much easier now. And I know exactly when to say no. I know exactly when to say no. I know exactly when to take my shades off and be like, that's a red fucking flag. Like with the dude,
Yeah.
that was trying to talk to me, you know, if I was like, if I didn't catch the fact that he was, immediately bringing up sexual stuff after talking about like the marriage, this, that, and the third, or if I was on some ain't shit stuff, right? Because I'm like, I know this nigga wants some
Yeah.
cooch. I'm not gonna give it to him, but I'm gonna go on this
Yeah.
free date to the
Yeah.
Rangers game. Fuck it, so I can look at baseball booties. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least tell them. I mean, shit, if you asked her then, you feel what I'm saying, if that's what he on, just straight up tell her then. You feel what I'm saying? Be for real.
Exactly.
Now, some of y'all be capping like, say, marriage is a good thing for sure down the line. But for real, if I'm trying to vibe with you right now, I really want to take you to the Rangers game. I'm trying to vibe. If you ain't vibing with me afterwards, hey, it is
But
what it is.
yeah,
Y'all be too scared to move like that. Come
too
on, man. Be for
scared.
real.
And I'm like, if we don't screw, like my thing is, I'd rather you have leave with some respect versus try to trick your
Yeah.
way into some coochie because, bro, this is my cooch. This is mine right here. You know what I'm saying? Everyone doesn't get to enter heaven's gates, honey. I have to pull the book up and see what you have done. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you can
No, I
take me to
feel
a
you, man.
Rangers
I
game.
feel you.
You can take me to outer
It's a
fucking
surprise pleasure.
space if you want to. That don't mean you finna get nothing. One thing about it too, like with them types, when I notice it, it's like you trying to bullshit me. And if I was on some ancient shit, I would bullshit your ass. I would go to the game. I would flirt
Yeah.
with you all
Yeah.
day and stuff like that. And at the end of
Yeah.
the date, where you finna go? Home, nigga. Bye the fuck. Uber out. My Uber's outside.
Hey, on the flip side of that too, I will say, you know what I'm saying, on a lighter note too, it's a flip side of that
Yeah.
too. Because at one point, you do need to be direct and see how it flow. But at another point too, I'll throw this out there, 'cause I think this like advice we gotta
Yeah.
give, you know what I'm saying, like in this you know what I'm saying, uncle and aunt role too. Sometimes you gotta be given the signs too. Cause I feel like even that. this stage in life too, when I'm dealing with certain people, especially certain women to a degree too, sometimes you
Yeah.
don't know the sign either. And I think that when it comes to those type of connections too, whether you just vibing, again, we're not talking about married with 5 kids, y'all. We talking about regular vibing, going out on dates, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you got to shoot the sign to somebody because nobody's a mind read either. Because you do got people too as well where it's like, let me see if he gonna kind of catch my drift. Some people just not gonna catch the drift. Like you got to be straight up, like she's saying too. Hey, if I say I'm doing this, let me know what you're really trying to do so I know. Don't ease into it
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5 dates, and then we down to the point of, well, shit, we were just trying to vibe in the first place. Well, damn, give me the sign from day one. You feel me? That's what it's finna
And
be.
that's my thing too. Like when it comes to flirting, especially like dating racially and stuff, because white people flirt different. And I'm only like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
flirt
yeah.
different, you know what I'm saying? Some people I can definitely tell, but like I'm one of those people, bro. This one girl said some shit. I think I was talking about a dessert, and she said some shit like, "Oh yeah, I would like to try, or whatever." And it went right over my head, and I'm still talking about the dessert. And then after I left, I'm
Yeah,
like, "Oh my fucking god!" Like she was flirting with me. Like
yeah,
my bad, but I'm one of those
yeah.
people. You have to be direct because I'm not going to guess. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't think that I'm all that. But it's like, if you're not one of those people who come out and say it, then I'm not gonna say it. I'm still somewhat traditional. I was taught that, baby, you don't shoot the goal. You don't shoot the basketball into the goal. You are the goal, honey. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be shooting, trying to take a shot with
Hey,
you.
yo, what the fuck?
So it's just like, I will definitely, I ain't gonna swing the door wide open, but I'll let you know that motherfucker
Yeah,
alive.
yeah, yeah.
And if I like you alive, I'm gonna crack that bitch open and it be peeking through a little bit like, is you trying to come in or what?
That's what I'm saying, though. You feel me? Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got to kind of do that
Yeah.
sometimes, too. I know people be getting nervous about that, too, but you kind of got to. That's why I said, like, I agree with you saying that part too, especially, you know what I'm saying, for men to know too, like when too far is too far and when not enough is not enough too. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta know the balance between two. You're not gonna know if you scared too. That's why I said I've taken chances on certain things too and just rolled the dice like to just let it be what it be. You feel what I'm saying? If I know I done been on multiple dates, but then it's no type of direction of like if we're gonna actually be with each other. You know what I'm saying? Not directly be with each other, but like if we're gonna really connect, then I'm like, okay, after the damn second date, and we still ain't had no type of motion, but then you're not telling me, you know what I'm saying, you want to be pursued. I need to know what's up at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Then I'm like, hey, shoot me with some type of sign so I know. You feel me? I get y'all want, ain't nothing wrong with a free meal and all that too, but I mean, damn, I'm taking you twice a week for a free meal shit. I mean, damn, girl, that's almost a damn date night. At some
We
point, then you know what I'm saying. I need to know the sizes
we need to know it's, and that's what I'm
twice a
saying.
week. Like,
Like, you gotta put your boundaries down. It's being too. Put your boundaries down. Like, I personally think it's
yeah,
attractive when a dude says what he's gonna deal with and what he's not gonna deal with, so I can already know if this is someone I even want to get with. But I like the upfrontness of things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some shit you gotta play into, flirt into, slide into. But when it comes to the core
sure,
of what
sure,
the fuck we're doing, I'm gonna want to know because if in my mind I'm just trying to screw, which the just fucking thing for women I think is a little bit rougher because you really have to ease into that with men because a lot of men don't like when you be like, look, little daddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling it, you feeling it. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? You have to
it's
ease.
fine though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. It be some always like that though, but it be rare though. You
Yeah,
right.
you
Yeah,
you you
yeah,
can't come at them, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. But so it's a little bit trickier because you don't want to, a lot of
yeah,
them will straight up think that you a hoe. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of the ones I've run into, if you are on that or whatever, and just from listening to other people's experiences,
yeah.
tuning in other podcasts, they straight up think like, oh, you must put out a lot. But it's like, no, like I want that with you exclusively, you know what I'm saying, screwing
But you
on
know
you.
what though? See, to your point though, I will say this because I like to give personal experience when we talking
Yeah.
about this. You can do it because I've had it done to me before in a smooth way. The thing is, the same way you have certain women that look a certain way,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? And like it's like that glow behind them. They're attractive. Everybody want to talk to them. Mind you, it's not even all looks.
Mhm.
Like personality. Like even like somebody like yourself, they got a dope personality. It's like certain stuff to a man automatically that intimidate. So in turn with that, you feel me? you feel like you might can't do it. And the same with me. I tell y'all personally, you feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like the stories always help with the message. So with somebody like myself, you feel what I'm saying, that the women I done dated to a degree, it's an intimidation there that I've noticed with most of them. Not in a negative way, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, I'm already tall as hell, a certain type of look and certain stuff too. And it's like I notice if I want to take something to a certain level, it's almost like they gotta feel comfortable or they gotta like get some type of small sign or do it real
Mm-hmm.
smooth to be able to slide in, you know what I'm saying, to be able to do it. Cause you're right to your point. A lot of women, to a degree, unless you drinking and doing certain stuff like that, when you dealing with certain men, it's not upfront. They're not gonna straight up come up, you know what I'm saying, and pull up to the crib and be like, hey, you know, I'm just trying to get straight to it. Like, of course, you feel me? Like I've had situations prime example, real quick story, you know what I'm saying, that I was vibing with a chick, you know what I'm saying, before. It was probably like a while ago, you know what I'm saying, a couple of years back, but this vivid memory with this. And it was a smooth little, you know, conversation. There's more like we just vibing regular, we cool, whatever the case may be. And it's like I got that energy of like maybe it was just gonna be a vibe,
Mm-hmm.
but not really her directly saying that. You feel what I'm saying? Being in the mix of it, and then by the time we did what we did to that degree too, instead of just being direct about it, like you said, and you know what I'm saying, kind of being smooth about it too, and it tended to make the situation awkward. And then it went from potentially, you know what I'm saying, vibing to, because neither one of us to a degree was initiating certain stuff, and it was kind of muddy in the waters, that it's just like the opportunity just completely, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, missed itself altogether. Because then it's like, damn, at this point, nobody wanted to step up. We kind of stepped up when we did, and it was pretty sloppy, you know, not in that way, but like sloppy, like expressing it to
Yeah.
each other. And then at that point, it's too late. So it's like, you know what, forget it. It just ain't gonna be nothing at this point. You got to be upfront.
Got to be. Got to be. It be missed opportunities and shit. And it's just like, I don't like situationships. You know, you just slide into it and now we together type shit. But we never actually put the boundary down.
Yeah.
We never actually was like, you know, you're mine, I'm yours type shit. And I'm someone who I like to be told things, because if you don't tell me something, you don't ask me something, I'm not going to assume. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a high schooler.
I feel that. I feel
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
auntie is 30
Yeah.
now, so I don't assume anything. So I assume I'm single because that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want me to
Yeah.
snatch
You're
me
right.
on
Yeah. Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
like, you know, and that again goes with boundaries and stuff like that. Like some people, you know, will go with the flow, but even going with the flow, there's still conversations that have to be had. And I feel like we just don't communicate enough with that shit. But
Emotional intelligence with that.
emotional intelligence, yes.
Because I've had that situation specifically what you finna explain multiple times. Please, this is for men and women. Again, I
Hmm.
do not bash either side. I speak straight facts. Never tell somebody, because I know this as fact, it is not true. Even the strong women and strong men,
Hmm.
be for real. Never tell somebody you going with the flow, no emotions attached, but then you're gonna be consistently being intimate. I guarantee you, at some point, I don't care how strong, you know what I'm saying, your physical stature is, or your intimacy is on the best level. At some point, when you consistently slide in and out of somebody, or you intimate to that degree, I'm not saying deep emotions, but something is gonna be there on either one side or the other, or both.
You're gonna like them.
So another thing that you got to do, like, don't say like, because you spoke on it like off camera
Yeah.
when we was talking about it. It is people that can strongly stand in that space, but it's very rare when you right in the situationship, a long term situationship, to where both parties still gonna be on the same, you know what I'm saying, playing field, like continuously. Because then they'll even slide little jokes in there too. You feel me? Like, yeah, well, we've been kicking it, doing whatever, but you know, what if we was actually together? You feel what I'm saying? Well, I know you got to do it or whatever the case may be, but shit, what if we can still do such and such? Like, you still kind of trying to hop over that fence a little bit, because that situationship, you know what I'm saying, them waters get a little muddy.
Okay.
So I just don't like when, don't ever put a never dynamic out there when you say you ain't gonna have no type of emotional attachment, because sex naturally, period, whether you just vibe with somebody or not, especially when you're not in a relationship, it's something there to a degree, even if it ain't, you know what I'm saying, from the heart, some emotion, physical emotion or
Mhm.
whatever, over time with somebody is gonna be there. And you don't want to trick yourself out your spot either, y'all, of just being like, shit, I don't give a damn, but yeah, I mean, as long as he come through and do what he got to do for me, like, I mean, I'm thinking about something, even if it ain't his brain or his heart. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that physical, you know what I'm saying, he got down there, I still care about that. So I mean, hey, you feel
Yeah.
me? It's emotional.
And I think it's stupid to say that anyway, because like, I mean, I like my fuck buddy a whole bunch. Like my fuck buddy is amazing. An amazing person. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I can't get like this is my thing because just because they're a fuck buddy, I hate how people treat them like they aren't quality. If you're picking someone and
Yeah,
you don't like them at all, like you wouldn't like my fuck buddy, if a tire blew out on my car and I have no one else to call and I hit him up, he would come and fix my tire. But he would do that because he's simply a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He could see a
yeah.
woman's tire blown out on the side and he would do that. He would open the door,
And
you know what I'm saying? Like,
then
so
after
I'm like, even
blow him out.
though we just fucking or whatever, I'm not gonna pick a trash individual just because, well, I don't wanna
Yeah,
fall for him. Like, nah, I have to like you. I'm one of those people that in order for us to have any type of intimacy, I can't look at you as just a dick, bro. We gotta like hang out, we gotta be cool, we gotta watch anime and shit. However, once I did, I think it was one time, and this was like years
that's
later.
facts though. You're right. That's
Yeah, like
facts.
I
That's
have to like
facts.
you a little bit, but not enough where I think we would be in a relationship. I know we wouldn't be in a relationship because I'm gonna just be honest. Like I know you a hoe, and so I know you would cheat on me because you know what I'm saying. So that's the only thing. I think that's the smartest thing to do. People be sleeping on the hoe, and I don't mean a hoe like you just fucking everybody. I just know that
Yeah,
you are not good in relationships, my nigga. So that's what
I
I
feel
feel
you. I
like
feel you. I
locks
feel
me
you.
off. But if
Yeah,
you get with somebody and you know that they're good in relationships, you know that they are, this, that, and the third or whatever, like you gotta be careful with that. And again, setting those boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it doesn't have to be
and
said.
that Yelp review.
We wasn't
You feel me?
we went to the same, college and everything, but we wasn't spending every
Yeah,
fucking day together. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
we
yeah.
had the same friend group and shit, but we wasn't always in each other's faces. Like then again, like I'm one of those people that you know,
You gotta check them attributes.
facts. Like I'm not even gonna say that I'm a little off, but kind of sort of because I like when other girls like who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I actually fucking love
Yeah,
it. And it has nothing, because I like girls too, but it has nothing to do with that. It's the simple fact that I know at the end of the night, my back is getting beat in by this nigga. You might be twerking on him. You might be twerking. You might be
yo,
dancing.
facts.
You might
Yeah,
even make out in front of
yeah,
my face. You feel me? But I know when we leave this
yeah.
party that that text that come through, that, hold up, where you finna go?
Come
At the
to
end of the night, like, and to me, that's like that territorial shit. So I can't be with just
yeah,
any type of, that's a boundary for me. I can't just be with any type of fuck buddy type shit. You have to have fun with
yeah.
seeing. I like a little competition, a little jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same though. That's the same with men
Yeah.
too. Now I say this personally because I did. I like I've been in that space. Like I'm like very attractive women like that. Luckily we was in
Yeah.
relationships with. You can't stress over that. Like to your point, like how you literally said, because that shit happened just like that. They're gonna come home to you at the end of the night, whether they go out with their homegirls, whatever the case may be. If they solid, they're going to be solid. That's another thing I like to tell people to do. Don't trick yourself out of your spot too, like what Marcel just saying too, like because for the women that's out there, if they know, they know. They not gonna, get jammed up in the situation. As a man, you just gotta know, bro. If you rocking with her and you got her, you got her. Like all that, I don't know if she got this on, she got that. I ain't with her tonight when she go out with her homegirls or whatever. At the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? The principle is she gonna be how she gonna be based on, you feel what I'm saying, how you treat her and how you rocking with her too. And you just gotta let it be because of course I know plenty of times, you feel what I'm saying, in certain dynamics in relationships, I wasn't worried about shit to that degree. Like, cause I just know me and my dynamic. Like, you finna get drunk at the club or whatever, but I'm gonna be the one to come pick you up. You coming back home, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We sleep in the same bed together. You feel me? And when you do get in the mood, you already know. You know what I'm saying? It's go time for sure. So like, it really got to be that confidence. To be honest, that's a whole nother, I think, conversation within itself too. Because you're right, when you the cool part, people gotta know, man. When you know, you know. It ain't really got
Yep.
nothing to do with looks. It ain't got nothing to do with a lot of shit. Like if a chick rock with you, cause the funny shit too, and I know you done came across this. They always be like, man, how a fine ass woman with an ugly ass dude, or you feel me,
And
or
opposite.
a bodybuilder or something, you know what I'm saying, to a degree with a different body type, or a woman that's into I'll say like fashion or something like that. But then she, you know what I'm saying, she committed or she would have got us in like the tech field or like, you know what I'm saying, like like nerd stuff to a degree because it ain't what y'all think. It's not really on the surface. That's why that confidence gonna really be everything to her point. And when everything else gonna fall in line. Too many people be worried about the other little small factors. If your girl there and your girl hit you up and you know what I'm saying, I
Mhm.
didn't had it happen for sure. I'm drunk, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I'm at the club. They ain't even really got to check in because I feel like you tell me personally because again, I was we was gonna talk about that too with deal breakers too.
Right.
I feel like sometimes you don't got to do too much. If the situation already established and you know what type of vibe you're on with somebody, whether y'all in that talking stage or you dating or you fully committed, you got to kind of take somebody's word for the most part of what it is and stand on that until they tell you otherwise, especially when it go to the going out or certain dynamics when you're not around each other all the time. I just be in the space myself to be like, shit, she know what's at home. She know what's waiting for her, whatever the case may be. If she fuck up or whatever the case may be, that's on her. But I'm not going to sit back, you know what I'm saying, in the crib and overly think about it because damn, she done came back home at 2 a.m. and I'm worried about what the hell she doing.
Right.
That ain't my place to be doing all that.
That's facts. That's facts. And that's what I'm saying.
I got to be there at 2 a.m., you know what I'm saying, when she come back off that Casamigos or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, and she coming in and blow that back out. That means once I do that, you feel me? Hey, you ain't finna go nowhere the next day anyway. You're gonna be right there as soon as I turn over, you feel
Period.
me?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think a lot of guys they put on a personality, sometimes women as well, both sexes, honestly, put on these personalities and then you you try to act your way through the shit. And to me,
Yeah,
that's a big deal breaker because bro, like when you approach me, bro, I can go off the vibe. And sometimes I can smell the
yeah,
fear on you. And I'm just like, bro, what are you afraid of? You know what I'm saying? It was so funny on this other platform I was recording on. This dude tells me, he's like, well, you got a big personality and you got those big boobs and, you're just like loud. And, he was like, you just seem intimidating. And I'm like, am I intimidating or are you just intimidated? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
yeah. That's what I was saying when it comes to the folk. It always be the because that's a dude thing more than females. Well, now both. I say both. It is both because I done experienced it as a man, like from the
Yeah,
female side, knowing they be scared and stuff. I did too. Like you can't. I think in that when you say that too, you can't overthink it. A lot of people be losing out on opportunities because they feel like somebody is unattainable, but they not. Like just because you got a big personality and you know what I'm saying, a body type and certain stuff, that don't mean that a particular person don't have a shot. You lose the shot because you don't even take the shot.
exactly. And let me say this too, like, bro, I'm so corny. I just be trying shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, even
Yeah,
I'll go to the very first time I like shot my shot, if you will.
yeah,
It was like third grade. I'll never forget it. Boy's name was his name was Ricardo, and he looked like Ricky Ricardo
yeah.
off I Love Lucy to me because he had his hair. He was so cute. I went up to him and I was like, basically the whole little check mark. Do you like me? Yes or no? And that motherfucker came up to me. He was like, "No, I don't like you, you fat meaty." And I could have cried. I
Yo,
could have done all types of shit. I roasted the fuck out that boy. Roasted him to
yeah,
oblivion.
yeah.
I
Licking
was
that
like,
boy.
it. And after that, like I swear I've not been afraid at all. But like I think the corniest thing that I've done that has worked, even with my fuck buddy, I'll say my fuck buddy's like he's a solid 10, bro. Especially now because he's been working out. He's a gym person now, so he really think he's fine. He's just such a slut. But because what are you doing on social media with your shirt off? Showing nipples and stuff. Like, what are you doing? What you do now for attention?
You got to be like, I thought, yeah, yeah, that was exclusive for you at
Right,
one
like
point. You
shut
feel what I'm
up.
saying?
So everybody get to see this now. You want to show off your gym bod, but not like like he was at the basketball court, and all I did every time he made a shot was be like, "Go, Zaddy!" Just like that. And next thing I know, like 2 weeks later, we in there. But the corniest thing I did with this one dude,
Yeah.
he was so cute to me. He was so cute, and I'm a BBW too, so you just never know. Like you just have to go for it. But I'm in the South.
That's in though. That's in. That's in. Most men won't say that either. That's definitely in. Don't even play
It
yourself and say
always
that it ain't
has
y'all.
been, but it's just like
It always has been.
I
Yep.
feel like because I'm in the South, I've never really been afraid of rejection because it doesn't happen often. You know what I mean? Now, if I was on the West Coast as a
Yeah.
BBW, like girl, it's not gonna
Nah, they still in. Nah, they still in
man.
too. Nah,
I've
because
seen
you talking about West Coast Hollywood. If you talking about West Coast, you know what I'm saying, like urban areas, that's still in.
yeah, no, that makes sense. Like,
Because you got to think like in Hispanic communities and all that too. It is a lot of thicker women and stuff. Like yeah, they
or like Vegas or whatever. Like places
yeah
that the
yeah
body type
yeah
is certain. So in the South, I've never really just been so like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I literally had dropped my phone, on some clueless, you know what I'm saying, dropping and you know what I'm saying, drop my phone. And I asked this dude, I was like, "Are you good with phones?" And he was like, "I mean, maybe." I was like, "There's something wrong with it." And I went to the contacts and I was like, "It just doesn't have your number." And he started laughing, bro. Put his number in. Well, I think we went on like a couple of dates or whatever. And after that, I just never talked to him again because I don't know. I was just trying to see if he would go for it, but he wasn't with
yeah
anime, and so you can't fuck with the anime. I really can't fuck with you, bro. Like this is where I'm at. That is a thing for me. You can't fuck with it. So you're telling me out of the millions of billions of thousands, okay, yeah, is it that you just don't like animation? You ain't never fuck with Boondocks, you know what I'm saying? But like, you have to have a hobby. You have to have some of your passion
yeah
because it doesn't mean to do it
yeah
together. You know what I'm saying? But a big boundary for me is like if you won't even at least try something, because like I never thought that I would like hiking. It's just fucking walking. That's what you know what I'm saying.
that's cool though. Yeah, I done did that
But
before. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah
when I went out and I went and hiked, bro, and was in the nature and also had a nice blunt rolled and some snacks along the way. Woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning in Arizona to go and hike to the top of this stupid ass mountain. We get to the top, the sun is rising, got the blunt going, and it wasn't with a dude, it was with my friend V. She's getting married. Shout out to V. But I was like, I told V straight up, I was like, with this little shortcut you got going on, girl, if you were a dude right now, things would be happening on top of this mountain.
Yo, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, be like
It,
that for real. That's
it was
hey,
a it
gotta
was a
know.
vibe. So it's just like I feel like guys try too hard. Stop listening to these red pill podcasts. These niggas are not.
Oh yeah, that'd be some bullshit. You see what I said when I was on here? I'm not finna give you the red pill. I'm finna say
Yeah,
the
bro.
the real the conversation.
Just
Yeah,
be yourself, bro. Like, and I know some people are like, well, I don't like myself. Well, do what you need to do to like yourself and then come out into the dating space because people can tell,
yeah,
just like men can
yeah,
tell when you're like a little insecure or whatever, women can tell the same thing. And like I said, there's good people and then there's weak people. And if a wolf smells a lamb out there, bro, they not going to.
yeah.
All they're going to do, especially now with cheating and stuff being very trivialized and stuff, people are going to be like, you should have seen the red flags, or I feel bad for you. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's,
Nah, because they be finessing with it. They be finessing
yeah,
with it. They be
for
finessing
sure.
with it.
So it's just like, you be yourself. People who fuck with you, fuck with you. If they are mean with the rejection and stuff like that, that's not the type of person you would have wanted anyway. I don't want someone who's mean to people. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah, I feel you.
um,
Yeah, yeah,
dudes that I've dated, if a chick tries to talk to you, bro, and you do too much, like you try to embarrass this person, that's a turn off to me. It doesn't take all that. I'm not gonna try to embarrass
it's just a simple. I'm in a relationship. Yeah, pretty much. That's how
in a
you really
relationship.
gotta.
You're
Yeah,
not interested in move around, but when even
yeah,
be trying to do
yeah.
all the look, hey, this broke ass nigga over here trying to talk to me. Look at this brokey. Like if you do shit like that, bitch, we can never go out.
Yeah, that's crazy work. No, I feel you. That's definitely yeah. It's doing too much. That's crazy work right there.
So
Yeah,
that's a big,
when you might be broke
yeah,
yourself.
like that's a turn off because like I get that you're trying to be like, yeah, babe, I'm for you, but you don't have to do all that. You
Yeah,
don't have, because
yeah,
I like
yeah.
to see what you attract, who you attract, and stuff like that. It turns me on to know that at the you bought these drinks right, and they're up here talking to you, and you finna walk over here to my cute little pudgy ass, my little plush pal ass. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, women like that though for sure. That's how it be
Yeah,
for
and
real.
I
Yeah,
mean,
women like that. Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, I love it, but not in a toxic way. Like I want the girl to be hurt or anything. It's just like with me again, being a BBW, there are a lot of girls who fit a certain beauty standard or whatever, and they feel like because you are a BBW that you won't be able to pull certain things. And I'm like, girl, you can be fine, fat
Oh, that
bitch.
ain't
I
true.
just want you
That
to
ain't true.
know,
Yeah,
like the
at all.
niggas is choosing, especially the bodybuilder types, bro. Who you think they doing all that for? Did you think they was doing that to lift up 100 pounds, girl? No, they want that big 2 plus, you know.
Facts. No, I feel you. I
So
feel
it's
you on
just,
that for real. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just a boundary thing. I mean, a big, turn off for me
yeah.
is just being mean to other people. I pay attention to how you treat other people. I pay attention to how you treat your parents. I pay attention to how you treat yourself. You know, you treat yourself like shit. I
Mm-hmm.
know I can get away with treating you like shit. And if I'm in an ain't shit space, 9 times out of 10, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't even like yourself.
Yeah.
And then the worst part is I'm gonna blame it on you. You did this. You don't even
Yeah.
like yourself. And
Yeah.
I'll
You're right.
walk
Yeah.
away with
Yeah.
no guilt whatsoever because I know for a fact you
Yeah.
hated yourself coming in. I'm in a bad space, and now I just get to abuse you and not feel bad about it. And it's like people won't admit that, but that's why I say people can
Yeah.
smell weak motherfuckers from a mile away. And if you are that's why I say like do your isolation, man. Get your shit back together. Understand that like you that nigga. Understand that like you that bitch. Get back into that zone where you like yourself, where you love yourself,
Yeah.
and then go down.
Yeah.
Because when people say like dating, I'm so lonely, because you have to say no to motherfuckers, like you're gonna have to say no a million times. If they not for you, they're not for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
just settle, and I can't get with that. Like I can't. So I want you to be well balanced. You know, everyone has shit they healing from, but
My
I want you to be well balanced when you come fuck with me because I work too hard to get myself well balanced for you.
yeah. My thing is too. That I would say for women, I like somebody who not worried about being vulnerable. And when I say that, I'm not saying up front because I feel like compared to most men, I got a high level of like emotional intelligence, so I can pay attention because, like I said, I know about the trauma and certain stuff. And the woman being openly, you know what I'm saying, vulnerable to me, I actually like gravitate to that to that more because you tend to open up like the conversation I told you about, you know what I'm saying, off camera,
Hmm.
which would call that person we call that person nigh. That's what we'll call that person NY. You know what I'm saying? In that space too. And I felt like the dynamic kind of went there too because that vulnerability was there to pretty much be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is the space I'm in. This is what my, emotions at to a degree. And hey, you know what I'm saying? You could rock with me as I am. I don't know where it's actually gonna go, but like it's out there. You feel me? I'm talking about to a degree. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going straight personal with y'all tonight.
Let's get it.
To a degree that at one time when this person, you know what I'm saying, came down, to like spend time with me and all that, I did not have like all of my shit together. Like let's just be straightforward, the pandemic came, all type of stuff like that. Literally to the point of like certain characteristics I pay attention to because I'm like, even if I'm in the dynamic of we vibing, I'm knowing what the potential at. I'm knowing that you giving certain signs, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I like to be vulnerable for you to be like, well, I don't have everything together. I ain't really got too much to even get down there. And on top of that, this particular person, that's why I'm not gonna say their name, you feel me? Literally came down one time, spontaneous, nothing at all, straight on the flight, no clothes, no nothing for an entire week, which I didn't, what I'm saying, tell nobody
Yeah.
about. But I like shit like that. Not in a way of no embarrassing type shit, but I mean literally spontaneous, you know what I'm saying, vulnerable to be like, hey, I'm here by the airport. You feel what I'm saying? I'm at, what I'm saying, my homegirl crib. I've been thinking about you. Hey, I'm just trying to book a flight to come down there. I'm literally gonna come down there as I am. And it shake you up a little bit to a degree, but then it's like that's the stuff that get exciting. So when I'm saying the vulnerability, I'm like, shit, for real. So you really told me that, and like you really gonna pull up and just hop on the flight straight like that, no clothes and all, and really did it? I I wouldn't necessarily say a deal breaker. That's on the other
Yeah.
end. So if deal breaker is one that's I like vulnerability. If you could be open with me and upfront, even if it takes some time, let me know what's going on. Just like how you say that y'all like a lot of men to do, or men and women. You feel what I'm saying? To be like, let me know up front and I see how I'm gonna take it. I like the same thing with the women, especially when it's vulnerability. It's not about what you got, where you stay at, what your car look like, what's in your wardrobe. I really, to be honest, don't give a damn about a lot of that because that aesthetic is a hell of a thing on social
Hmm.
media. And I don't really have to get too far into that. If y'all know, especially somebody like myself that's talked to the type of woman I done talked to, everything that's on social media don't necessarily, it's not the same aesthetic, you know what I'm saying, in real life. So you got to kind of go internally sometimes or just, you know, vibe with people off their vulnerabilities because everybody ain't got everything all the way put together. Like I really don't give a damn, you know what I'm saying, if it's a damn or a box of pizza and some wings. It don't got to be 5 star or that. I just appreciate open vulnerability, and I'll say emotional
Yeah.
intelligence. If I would say a deal breaker, I'll say not having emotional intelligence because that
Yeah.
nonchalantness. And you probably know where I'm coming from too with that. I don't like that from a female at all, especially when it comes to
Yeah.
emotions. Like I done been through so much shit. I don't even like. I'm not even gonna open up to you. I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't discuss it. I'm gonna play it cool. That's a deal breaker to me. I do not like when a
Oh, that's
female do that.
facts. You gotta be able to talk about it. And my thing is, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it with me, you need to be able to get that shit out in counseling, therapy, homeboy, homegirl, or something. Because what we're not going to do is I ask you if you're okay. Oh yeah, I'm good. And then you show me every sign that you're not okay, but you're not telling me anything. And I'm not one of those people. I'm not in that phase where I blame myself anymore. That's a you problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk to you because I've already asked. But by the end of the day, if you haven't had a conversation, I'm gonna go by your word and I'm gonna assume that everything's Gucci. And if it's not, I'm not going to get punished because you don't want to communicate. Go to therapy, get you a journal or something. I don't know, but I'm not gonna be the one
yeah,
because
yeah.
I hear a lot of dudes be like, "Well, I don't want to communicate because I did before and it hurt me." Yeah, listen.
Everybody different though.
Everybody,
That can't keep being the same
yeah,
one. Yeah, you can't use that continuously. Like that's that domino effect. Ain't every person, I don't care what it is, every individual is not the same person. Like,
exactly.
and I ain't even talking about the way they look. It's not gonna be a same cycle
Mhm.
of each person unless you create that same cycle. Because you can't say because the last person did it, the next
Yeah,
person. You can't manifest stuff like that. Now, I mean, you can when you're talking about certain aspects, but you can't say that a person is gonna do something before they actually do it,
exactly.
and you ain't even really got to know the person. That's scary waters, scary hours too, that a lot of people be
Mhm.
jumping into exactly what you just said. I'm thinking that's gonna happen. So you know what? Instead of being confident, I'm gonna scale back. Or I ain't even gonna say anything about it at all. That's worse than the other
That's
side
what
of the
I'm
coin with
saying.
that one.
Like, if you're still healing from something cool, you need to express that and explain that. And then I get to decide if I still want to deal with you. A lot of people, they know that a lot of people are not going to want to deal with that shit because now I'm having to deal with bullshit that I feel like you should have been healed from. Because, baby, you ain't say none of this on the dates. You know what I'm saying? Now we now
Yeah,
over
you're
it.
right. Yeah, yeah, sure. Then, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
you you present it
yeah,
to be someone you're not, and to me, like, once we get into the relationship and you start showing that mask starts to crack or whatever, that's when it kind of goes back to what we were saying. Know when it's time to go. Don't stay until the whole thing cracks. Don't stay and think you should have to pick up the pieces and stuff. I get we care about people, but you got to put you first. Okay, what old girl say
yeah. That's
on
facts.
Empire? I gotta put me first, Lucius. Like, come on, put yourself first. Love on yourself because you're gonna waste so much time, and that's coming from experience. I don't necessarily feel like I wasted time. I've learned a lot of lessons. However, you can learn lessons through other people's relationships. You can learn lessons now by scrolling on TikTok and listening to men and women talk about how they fucked up during their time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go
Yeah,
through it
true,
and
true,
be
true. That's
like,
facts. Yeah,
"Hey, the stove is hot, bro. I already know I got a burn mark." And you just be like, "Oh, okay." And you go burn yourself. You don't have to do that. You have a choice now because the
yeah, yeah,
information is out. And like, that's why I say I'll never blame
yeah.
social media for like the downfall of relationships when, yeah, we see them falling,
Nah,
but you
nah,
can
nah, nah.
learn from the fall of someone else. And
Yeah.
I wish I would have done that.
And sometimes it take more than one time
Absolutely.
too. Like even with your point with that, everybody's not gonna be on the one
Yeah.
attempt. So it will be some people, like to your point, respectfully too, that it may take one or two times. Sometimes that phrase third time's a
Yeah.
charm too, before they get it right, relationship wise too, for certain lessons. So I get it. You feel what I'm saying? Because your personality can steer you in the right way or wrong way. So like say you had a lesson like you said, a dude like, I don't know about expressing myself because it went
Yeah.
downhill. That could actually happen for two relationships back to back. But you can't necessarily say that it's gonna continue. You still gotta at some point, to your point too, you feel what I'm saying, be open enough to be like, all right, we're gonna keep pushing at it. Because maybe on that third and fourth female, when I actually get it right and she giving me that confidence, you know what I'm saying, to express myself, and she gonna literally sit there and listen,
Right.
it's gonna be all good. You feel me? But you're right. It takes certain people certain trials and tribulations because that's the art of dating anyway. I say this all the time. If it was in a perfect world, the first person that you got with in your first relationship, you would have been with it for the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not how the world works. So
Exactly.
you're gonna go through certain
Also, on
journeys.
top of that, if you find yourself constantly getting into relationships with the same person in a different body, you have to look inward. Every girl I talk to, every dude I talk to,
Yo,
it's all the same. You are the same. You have not actually healed, bro. And that's what I notice in people. Like, if you are a
yo,
serial relationship person, like you constantly in a relationship, I look on your social media and every year it's a new person in matching pajamas, but you keep crying about the same shit. these other people are not the problem. You are the problem because you have not changed. You have not given yourself time to like isolate and really figure out, why do I keep attracting this type of person? Why am I not getting who I want? A lot of times, bro, and shout out to BoJack Horseman, because woo, Todd dropped BoJack Horseman on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, y'all go watch that shit because it's some real shit. It's animated. It is a horse. There's a dog in there, and I know it looks like it's just gonna be some stupid comedy.
Nah, yeah, I have seen some episodes
Yo,
of that. Yeah, yeah, they be talking about
when
some real shit
Todd
on there. Yeah,
told
definitely. Yeah,
BoJack Horseman,
yeah,
bro, it's not your mom and dad, it's not your failed relationships. You are everything that's wrong with you, bro. That shit hit so hard because you can only point the finger so many times. First time, okay, you didn't know. You know, like you said, sometimes you have to go through things a few times. But when it's a constant cycle, bro,
yeah.
you're insane.
I'd have been a victim of that.
You know,
Yeah,
you're not the
definitely.
victim
Yeah,
at this point. You
yeah,
are a willing participant in this shit. So it's just like you really, and
yeah,
that's what I've been doing, is looking inside myself, seeing, you know, why did I do this? Why did I do that? You know, I'm pretty self-aware, but I'm still gonna go to therapy, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna, because basically therapists kind of question you and lead you to your own conclusion. They don't necessarily tell you what you should do, but they make you think about,
yeah.
damn, okay, I'm putting the pieces together as to why I am like this and why this happened. And for me, it was like, you know, I have in the past loved other people more than I have loved myself. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I done
Bro,
definitely
like
did that
I
one.
be noticing, like anyone who get with me, bro, when they leave, they have flourished in some way, job, career, money, you know, whatever. And then I look at me and I'm like, I am drained. I've watered this person and watered them, and it made
Yeah,
me feel good. But when you turn around and look, like in this last relationship, I'm very thankful because financially I came up. I got a lot of wisdom as far as like my finances, how to invest and things like that. So I don't feel like I wasted time in this relationship because I'm actually leaving with something now, more than a kid, more, you know what I'm
yeah. You
saying?
get some out
Yeah,
of it.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
something
yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
Same with me. I got a daughter
Yeah.
out of you know what I'm saying, my last relationship. So I get that it wasn't a perfection of everything else that didn't work out, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I got a
That's
kid out of it. Like
facts.
the same thing you explained. You got a positive out of the situation for
Facts. So
sure.
I'm just like, you know,
And there's no need to bash it. It's just like, hey, I learned what I learned, and this is why I got out of it. It's too much of the this and that, this and that, this and that. That's why I said we'll speak on certain things on here
facts.
for sure, but ain't even no need to even bash in that aspect. Like that's what I got that was positive out of the dynamic of that, and learning some more things about myself too, and learning that I got to invest more into
Right.
myself. Like to your point too, because I've been the person that pour a lot into a woman. I'm talking about over and beyond, not in a crazy way, but I'm just saying like, yo, locking you down, even if I'm struggling, I got to figure some things out as long as you straight. Like I've overdone that. And to the point a couple of times, definitely in the past too, where I was like, nah, that's a trait. Well, I wouldn't even say trait. That's something about me that that I had to catch on to because at one point I was the
Yeah.
victim. You know what I'm saying? The second time around, almost a third, you feel me? But in different ways, because you know you can get finesse
Absolutely.
sometimes too that I almost got caught up in, and I was like, boom, had to snap into it, like you know what I'm saying, hold on, like nah, that's not the vibe.
Can't
I
keep
can't do
going.
that. You feel me? If I'm a rock with it, like of course I'm not married, but I'm gonna do certain things if I'm in that stage of doing, it. Or if I'm with somebody for a decade, or I'm finna get married and do certain stuff, then I'll overextend to that degree with the mentality and the maturity of it. I'm not gonna overextend, you know what I'm saying, a couple of months in, or overextend on a fresh
Right.
dynamic because then damn shit you out here playing yourself, and I had to realize that, you feel me, I take accountability for the stuff that I know I wasn't perfect at. Like when you said that
Yeah.
point right there, I've been the victim before. We're overextending, you feel what I'm saying, and I also been the person that knew too, and I'm still like, but shit, let me just do it anyway because it's just in my
Yeah.
character. But nah, hell nah, that's what you don't need to do. Like stop
Yeah,
doing
no,
that.
that's
Yeah.
big facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, just make sure you water yourself first. That's all. I have to make sure I'm in a good space first because the thing is, you know, people be like, you know, especially when you are in a situation where you have children involved, you know, a lot of people be like, well, we're doing it for the kids. The kids don't, they don't like this situation either. Nine times out of ten.
Yeah, it's not really
You
for
know
it's
what
for
I'm saying? Like, not
yeah.
especially if they're like older kids or whatever. They not fucking with the situation. They not fucking with that man. They not fucking with that woman. Trust me and believe me. So it's like, you know, you ain't doing it for them damn kids. The kids don't like them. So it is what it is. So it's
Yeah,
just like, you know, definitely
for the baby
you can't,
kids.
a car can't run on no gas, baby. And what I've started to learn to do and what I'm practicing doing is making sure I got a full fucking tank so that I can go and conquer the day. Because when I am good, everybody that I'm supporting is good. When you are good, everything that you're doing is going to follow. You have the energy to want to even tap into that. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like
Mhm.
a big, deal breaker for me is like if I see that you not on no self-love shit, bro. If I see that you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna call it out, and it's gonna be in love. And it doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
just like, we're about to break up, it's over with. But like, I don't want you to out, you know what I'm saying? Don't spend your last, bro. Like that's what I learned. Dead ass in this relationship. Awesome
Yeah, see, I've done that.
on
Yeah,
some
that's what.
BoJack
Yeah,
Horseman
I've
shit.
learned that
You know
lesson.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like him and Princess Carolyn. If y'all didn't watch the show, y'all already know how that is. Like Princess Carolyn was loyal,
yeah.
loyal, loyal, loyal to a fucking fault, bro. She was loyal to that motherfucker for over 20 years. And I mean, first episode, he threw out the car talking about some cats always land on their feet like she was nothing. And it was even to the point where he
Wow.
even said, maybe your happy ending is letting me go type shit. And like when you are so used to someone, like, and that's why I say, like, I feel like with that situation, when you really love somebody, bro, you will be happy for them even if it's not with you. And that's for me, like with my ex or whatever.
Yeah, I'm in that space for sure.
She,
Yeah, I'm in that
yeah, like
space.
she
Yeah,
ended up getting
yeah,
married. She seems very happy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy that they are happy because we were not happy together. But I feel like we both
yeah,
deserve
yeah.
happiness type shit. And so it's like, I'm happy about that shit. Now, some people, don't get me wrong. At first, I was like, girl, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your fucking happiness. You know what I'm saying? But after I grew up and matured,
Nah, that's facts. That's
you know what
facts.
I'm
That's facts.
saying?
Cause I was like
Because,
that
like,
too.
how dare you
Yeah,
go?
I was like that too before it hit
Yeah,
the fan.
hi. Oh, so you married now?
Before it hit the fan with me, I was like, maybe we can work it back out again and certain stuff too. So I ain't gonna quite
Right.
pull the plug. I mean, over time now it's just like it is what it is. But that's why I said I'm not gonna psych myself out and be like I didn't care. I mean, because of course, like I had a whole kid, like you're saying dynamic or even a strong relationship. Like, but it's like you get to that maturity of just like, of course, if they move on and be happy with somebody else, all praise
Mhm.
to it. That's why I said none of that bitterness or you know what I'm saying that territorial like energy even after y'all not together too. It's like I'm comfortable enough to be in a space of like, you know what I'm saying, do what's gonna make you happy too as well. As a woman too, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what make me happy and let the bottom line be the bottom
That's
line. You feel what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's facts. Yeah. And that's one thing, like I said, I'm glad, especially as millennials, again, your favorite auntie, being real with y'all. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
proud of Gen Z for choosing themselves. I'm so proud every time I see a TikTok where they're just like, you know what, I'm okay with me having a cat. I'm okay with me having a dog. I'm traveling. I'm in school. I'm able to spend my money on myself. Like I absolutely love to see that because you are going to be so well rounded, and then when you do date and
Yeah.
marry later in life, statistically the odds are in your favor, honey, because you've already experienced it. You done went through your whole phase if you need to have
Yeah.
one. You
You
didn't, you know
authentic
what
though.
I'm saying? You
Yeah.
done went through the whole process of things. The economy is shit, so now you're not stuck with like we
Yeah.
we have a baby and now 2-3 years down the line we can't afford it because the economy. You know what I'm saying? You have all this knowledge ahead of
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
The teen birth rate is down. Like y'all have made me so proud
Yeah.
because I feel like y'all have learned not only from the mistakes of the millennials and stuff like that, but also from everyone else. Whereas we have learned from certain mistakes, y'all have as well. And I know people love to talk shit
Hell yeah.
about this generation with all this twerking and stuff. Honey, there's been twerking and dirty
They was
blues.
doing that back then. It just went on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. Like it's been a
Yeah.
lot of dirty songs and everything like that. I mean, what y'all think? What was it, Sodom and Gomorrah, whatever in the Bible? You know they was getting down. Now I don't know if they was throwing ass or
Yeah.
whatever, but I know the city was lust, just filled with lust and stuff. So it's been going
Oh
on.
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's been like that forever. Like 70s, 80s,
Don't get me
60s. Like it's
started.
always it just ain't been, you know what I'm saying, broadcasted. Of course. That's
Exactly.
been like that
So
for the
now we have
longest.
the internet. Don't get me started on the
Yeah.
'70s, especially Times Square.
I mean, how you think we got here? That's the whole thing too. That classic phrase that your parents or grandparents say
Yeah.
too. How the hell do you think you got here? Exactly. Somebody had to get to it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Grant.
They what why'd you say tooted and booted? You know what I mean? Well, not tooted and booted, my bad, because you stayed when you have a kid. You know what I'm
I
trying to
know what
say.
you're talking
But
about.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta be able to conceive. I
Mhm.
mean, it take two parts. You're
My
right.
whole thing is stop
Yeah.
acting like your great granny wasn't at the boom boom room showing off her stockings and her slip.
That's what I'm saying for real. That yeah, I mean, as wild as it seems, you got to know that every family member that got kids, and you come out to that, just like my own daughter. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my daughter too. That's gonna ask the same question: how do you think you got here, girl?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. And my whole thing
You
too
feel what I'm saying? It went out of
is
thin
like
air.
when you pretty and when you handsome or whatever, your parents was really at Pound Town. Like they did the damn thing. Like my parents, they ate it
Oh
up.
yeah, for sure. Guarantee. Yeah, 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 for sure.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm proud
Definitely.
of
Especially when you plan it out.
facts. I'm like, I'm proud of the millennials, especially like, younger millennials, I want to say, because I feel like we are kind of hugging Gen Z right now versus judging them because we know what that's like. Every generation knows what it's like to be judged,
Yeah.
and yet y'all will still do it to us. Millennials get talk shit about Gen Z get talk. The only time I talk shit about y'all was when y'all did that Tide Pod challenge and when y'all was licking fucking ice cream. Because what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But outside of that,
No, 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 no. The cinnamon one
oh
too,
my
though.
God, yeah,
Cinnamon off the
y'all.
spoon. That
But
was dumb as hell.
I
Yeah.
can't sit up here and say nothing because millennials used to do that thing where you push someone's chest and they faint, and the eraser thing.
Oh yeah,
We
hell yeah, yeah. That was some dumbass shit. Yeah,
we
you're right. Yeah, it
definitely
was
had
some
our
dumbass
dumb
stuff.
ass
Yeah,
shit as well, and so that's why I
yeah.
say
You
I ain't
right.
gonna judge y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all aunties babies, but
Yeah,
again, boundaries, bro. Keep setting those boundaries. Keep setting those boundaries, bro. Like for real, and just continue to grow within yourself. Because one, like the happiest I was in my relationship, and when it just came and flowed, was when I was like very well balanced. I was happy. I was finally getting the mom thing down. I had my own place. I was financially stable. I'm like, I'm happy as shit. And then the relationship was happy as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say like 4 years of just
yeah.
straight, and then we had the new baby, and I got this like two-parent household, and I'll get more into like my story for sure. But I've been homeless, I've been on Section 8, I've been a stay-at-home mom, I've been the
I
working
feel that.
mom, I've been the single mom, I've been the, you know what I'm saying? Like I went and did no, didn't have to work during the pregnancy, started working from home because I got bored type shit. Like I've been through all phases of that, and so like when it comes to motherhood and shit like that, bro, you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah,
pros and cons to either side, but I'm thankful for the experiences because, like, again, I know what actual happiness feels like. And now I'm just working to get back to
yeah,
that, working back to get to that balance because the next partner I have, bro, it's gonna be the best relationship ever. Okay.
gotta be. I feel that. Yeah, manifest that for real.
It really
Guaranteed.
is. And as far as chivalry, I believe that it's still very much alive, but I feel like certain people gonna bring
Mm,
things out of certain people. Let's say you ain't never felt the need.
that's
You
what it
feel me?
is.
You ain't never
Yeah,
felt the need to pull someone's chair out. You ain't never felt the need to open the door. And then you get with this one person, bro, and they just bring that shit out of you. I think it's very possible. I also think that stop watching so many fucking romance movies, girls, because girl, like y'all, some of y'all be expecting a nigga to see a puddle and lay his whole body down on that bitch so you can walk on him.
oh yeah,
Like,
hell nah. Like, come
some
on.
of y'all be like, chivalry's dead. And I'm like, bro, I don't think it is, bro. I
Yeah.
think that maybe you are going too far. Like, I think that, yeah,
To a degree though,
uh,
cause I don't like when they be saying the
yeah,
simp
yeah,
shit too. So I know what you're saying. It's not a simp because you're doing it, but she said it perfectly. You'll go but so far, you feel what I'm saying, with them good qualities, but don't overdo it too. You're right, because we
yeah,
both saying that. Don't overdo it, and you're not a simp because you do that either. Because you open the door, you hold hands, a public
yeah.
display of affection. Like ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, let's be for real. If you're not, that's kind of weird. If you scaling back from doing a lot of that
Hmm.
too, because you know what I'm saying. I don't understand how y'all don't like to be sentimental with your lady. Like that's the one time you should let your guard down for real,
Yeah.
one
And it
hundred percent.
depends. I mean,
You
if
know,
physical touch ain't your thing or whatever, just have y'all's own way of doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my whole thing. But yeah, I don't think that chivalry's dead. I think that, maybe you're not seeing it because of who you're dating. Maybe you're not seeing it because of,
yeah,
certain
facts.
attitudes and stuff that you have or whatever. Like maybe you're not seeing it. I will say maybe it's a little rare, but dead, I can't from my own personal experiences, just on a day to day. I mean, the gas station dudes, bro, they always trip me out. But I've had a couple gas station dudes holler at me and pay for my gas and pump it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
Hey, like what they say, pretty.
pretty privileged.
What's it
I'm
called?
dead.
Pretty privilege.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need an air in my tire, and
They
I
be
go to
like that.
pull up and pay for it myself, and the dude will come over there and pump it and stuff like that. And of course, they'll try to talk to you. Sometimes they'll try to get your number. Sometimes they just do it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think it's very much alive, but it really just depends. Maybe it's where you at, how you act, who you talking to. It's alive though. I definitely believe that. But Like I said, overall with this conversation,
It's like height hopefuls, you know what I'm saying?
facts, big facts.
I just made that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Height hopefuls. You know what I'm saying? When you tall and certain stuff too, you get certain advantages too.
Hey,
So you're right
everybody
about
got
that.
privilege, bro. Everybody. I know that some people may not
You're
feel
right.
like
Yeah.
it, but like
Yeah.
everyone has privilege. Your skin color, your hair, your height, you know what I'm saying, your weight. You
Yeah.
just gotta be in the right place, dealing with the right people. And I promise you, like when I go out,
That's
sometimes I
true.
get hollered at and I'll be like, damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm the belle of the ball tonight. And sometimes niggas don't even look my way. I never went out to get hollered at to begin with. I'm gonna have my drink.
Nah, I feel
You
you.
know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
go
yeah.
out with like, yeah, everyone has to talk to me. If you going out with that shit, bro, I got so many stories of times that girls and got their
Nah,
feelings
yeah.
hurt.
Everybody ain't GQ'd up every time either. I'm regular as hell sometimes
Hell
going
yeah,
out
because
there.
sometimes, bro, I just want to go out, have a couple drinks at the bar. I'm having a bad fucking day, bro. I don't want you in my face talking to me. Like sometimes I can be a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say shit. I'm just finna. Can you move?
Or you on the move just to be on the move. Sometimes if I go to the store early in the morning too, like I'm just trying to go in the store. Like if I do come by somebody,
Yeah.
that's cool. If not, then it is what it is. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you do miss the opportunity. I ain't gonna lie, but
And I like talking to
it
people in
depends on what type of
person.
vibe, man.
I love it actually because I want to see your facial expression. I
Yeah,
want to know how you
yeah,
react just on the fly type shit. Not when you have it rehearsed, not when you've had time to look at my social media. You know, I've had dudes that be dead ass like
yeah.
they like anime. They want to, link up and stuff like that and they don't like anime at all. And I think it's funny because you would have never said that if you would have just met me on a regular. You would have just been yourself. You know, you don't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Hmm.
don't have to lie about none of that.
Yeah,
Again, like I said, like we were saying earlier, just be yourself. And I know that sounds so fucking lame and played out, but like for real, be yourself. And I promise you, like things are gonna get better. Now, if you're looking for a certain type of person when you're dating, let's say you want a man with six figures, this and the third, whoop whoop whoop, you gotta go to the right places, sis. You gotta go to the right places. Get you some golf clubs, okay? That's where the sugar daddies are. They're at the golf.
yeah.
They're at the country clubs. You have to look a certain way. You're gonna have to lose weight. You're gonna have to tighten that body up.
And you got to be able to at some point balance it out within yourself too.
Hmm.
That's another thing that I know that we got to show the new generation. There's nothing wrong with wanting certain things and thriving for certain things too when you're talking about financially, but you also got to be able to either create it for yourself once
Hmm.
you with that person or to be able to, you know what I'm saying, manifest it equally because y'all got to remember that because again, when you're going into that's a can of
I'm
worms
telling
over there
you,
too
like,
because a lot of times when I go into that, you getting the money, but then they don't give a damn about you. You feel what I'm saying? Or on the flip side, so you got to know when you're going into certain pockets out here what you really want and what you don't really
hmm
want, what you gonna compromise with and
that's my
what you won't,
thing.
because that money don't come with
Keep it
everything
business.
else.
But my thing too, like I always say, be the
Yeah,
best. And I mean that in everything. If you're not gonna be shit, bro, I need you to be the best, not shit person there is, bro. Don't get in here acting
yeah,
crazy like you finna fall in love and you came in here for financial gain. Like just you just gotta be ain't shit all the
yeah,
way. If you're gonna be a bully, mean
yeah,
girl on online, you can't be a sensitive bully when motherfuckers come and tell you know what I'm saying? Like balance, baby,
yeah.
balance. You
No,
you
you're right.
gotta
You're right.
choose your
You're
battle
right.
and you can't
You're
have
right.
it, your cake and eat it too. But overall, once again, like, like we've been saying, just be yourself. Honestly. I mean, that's gonna win every time because the people who are surrounding you, they're gonna be there because they fuck with you, not who you pretend to be.
Yeah, yeah. You're right.
Facts.
And y'all know what time it is, man.
Hey.
You feel what I'm saying? If y'all have been around for the journey the whole entire time, you know about this segment. I was just talking to Marcel, and I'm bringing this segment here for the first time ever. Obviously, this is episode 2, so it will be implemented again, man. Here we go again. Here we go
Oh
again, y'all.
shit. Here we go again.
Take your pick, man. If y'all know my infamous take your pick, man. I'm finna run through it already right here, right now with Marcel. So let's see what creative one we're gonna start with, man. I'm gonna mix it up for her, you know what I'm saying? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, the
Yummy.
whole nine. Let me find the creative one real quick. Um
Let's get it.
okay, we're gonna start off with this one, man. Keep it kind of, you know what I mean, cool, calm, and collected right here. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, so let me make this one bigger. I'm gonna make it a little this one necessarily. I'm gonna make it a little. Here we go. All right. So I do mine's a little different for this particular segment that we're gonna be implementing in the show. You got to pick one from each row each time as I'm going down. I'm gonna say it for the audio listeners out there too, and then once you pick one from each row, you're gonna rank them worst to best. So in the top row, y'all, we got oranges, grapes, watermelons, and apples. Which one you taking
A
from the top,
watermelon
Marcel?
easily. Ugh.
Love that, love that. I kind of thought that too. Watermelon. I thought you was finna say grapes. If it wasn't a watermelon, nah, it wasn't gonna be grapes. Runner up.
Grapes is definitely runner up, but the green ones.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I like that. I like that. Second row, strawberry. Oh, see, this one get fire right here. Strawberries, pineapples, peaches, or blueberries.
You already know. I gotta go with the
That's an elite list right
pineapple for sure.
there. Okay, all right. I kind of got figured it. To me, it was pineapples. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I thought you was gonna go for pineapples, secondarily, second up, possibly the peaches. Was I right or was
So
I
it would
wrong?
have been pineapple, and then it would have been strawberry. I'm actually
Ah,
terrified of
okay.
peaches,
So
bro.
is peaches was peaches third or
Peaches was
fourth? Was
third.
peaches gonna be the last one on
It
that
would have
row?
been third for me because I don't really fuck with blueberries like that. But
Okay,
I'm scared of peaches, bro. Like the
got you.
inside of it look like blood. I don't like the core. So if they not diced up already, bro, like I'm scared.
Uh, I get that. You know what? That makes sense. I get that. I get that. You're right. It is a hardcore, even when you cut it. It's a tougher fruit. Okay. Bottom row: bananas, cantaloupe, cherries when they in season, and
I gotta go
mangoes.
with bananas, and that's only because, bro, I be eating bananas anytime I cramp. It's an old band trick. Anytime we cramp, bro, like anytime, TMI when it's that
Yeah.
time of the month or whatever, I'm cramping, bro, I'm gonna eat some bananas and it do me right. Bananas or pickles, but yeah, bananas.
Okay. 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 So you got bananas, pineapples, and
Forever.
watermelons. We got to do it every time in this segment. You got to go from worst to the top dog. So out of them three, who coming in third
Third place
place?
is the banana. They really basically in order
Okay,
on the
all right, all right,
cool.
all right.
It was hard between
For real?
watermelon and pineapple, but watermelon, like, oh my God, HEB. I don't know if y'all have an HEB out there. HEB got the best,
Uh,
most sweet watermelon, whether them motherfuckers is in season or not. And then I love watermelon, bro. Like as a kid,
have you had the seed too then, or the color ones? I think it's like a yellow
yellow,
watermelon. Have you ever had one of those too? See,
all
you on
types.
point with
So
it then.
yeah,
You definitely know then. You in the know then. That's why I wanted to see if you knew about them specifically. Then you already know what I'm talking about, especially the cedar ones.
yeah, HEB
You done
feeling.
came across the real fruit for sure. Okay, so we don't rank that up too. We're gonna go with the next one coming up. Let me get a little creative with it. Okay, yeah, I like this right here. This finna get a little this finna get a little flower right here.
So get it.
This one gonna make you think a little bit. I like when they make you think because it's specific flavors for sure with this. Okay, here we go. Again, row by row right here. Ice cream, y'all.
Ooh,
First row, you got the M's. It's pretty much like a blizzard, smoothie, whatever the case may be, all the fixings. So on that first row, you got M's, you got Reese's Pieces, and you got Oreo. Who you taking in that
I'm gonna
top
go with
row?
Oreo. I'm so simple. Like cookies and cream just does it for me.
Yo, that's hey y'all. Hey. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Yo, if anybody know me, every time since I done started podcasting, y'all know Oreos is my favorite of all time. Cookies and cream,
Yes.
everything. So the fact that she chose that and I didn't even tell her that yet, that is elite right there. That's why I said y'all superstar co-host right
Period.
here. Oreo is my favorite of all time.
Cookies
Cookies
and
and
cream.
cream, man.
I got some cookies and
So
cream.
you got a bonus point with that one right there. I didn't know what you was finna go with, but you picked the top dog. Anything on this list out of all on, just so you know in the future, Oreo is my top dog of
Period.
everything out here. So
I
Oreo it
feel
is.
you.
Second one, gonna get a little creative though. Kit Kat, birthday cake. That's the one that sneak up on folks too.
Hmm.
When this last one too, strawberry
I
shortcake.
like strawberry shortcake. It was between that one and birthday cake, but strawberry shortcake seemed like it's gonna be
Okay.
good too.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We slick two for two.
What?
I know I didn't do it this time around. I'm gonna do it next week. Yeah, I was gonna choose. I would have showed strawberry shortcake too. it's gonna depend on what you're gonna choose on this last one to see if me you really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, in the Matrix for real. You know what I'm saying, Keanu Reeves type shit.
Oh my
You know what I'm
god.
saying, telepathy. But we gonna see. So this last one down here, strawberry
Mhm.
banana, Butterfinger, and Reese's Pieces. I'm finna see which one.
With this one, I'm gonna go with Butterfinger. I don't fuck with banana in the ice cream. And I know it's so weird, but like, no, I can't. Like, I don't even like banana in banana pudding. I just like vanilla wafer
I
and the
feel you.
pudding.
I feel you. I
Reese's
feel you.
Pieces. I ain't never
I
been a
feel you.
big fan of Reese's to begin with, but yeah, Butterfinger. I can
Yeah.
stand that. I mean, it looks like it's mostly the ice cream anyway. And it's just the chopped up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, out of all three of them,
The Butterfinger pieces would be bigger anyway
yeah,
than the Reese's pieces. Remember, they just little bitty pieces, and that Butterfinger kind of got that's crazy work though because you definitely got three
I'm
out of three.
screaming.
No lie, no, I'm not. I'm not even finna bullshit you. Not
That's
bullshit
crazy.
you. Not Oreo was a
Yeah,
guarantee for me, hands down. And I done did plenty of this or that. Strawberry
strawberry
shortcake
shortcake.
for sure, and that birthday cake would have been my runner
Yeah,
up. And then that Butterfinger runner up for me would have probably been a Reese's Pieces
exactly.
because I'm about the same with the strawberry banana ice cream. Maybe the banana split, like if I tried
Yeah,
it, but I ain't really a big fan. But that strawberry shortcake and Oreo, yeah, you were spot on with that right there. You were spot on, 100%.
period.
See, I got it. Let's see. We got to get creative real quick. I done did the dessert. I ain't do the breakfast yet, but let me see one. It was a Texas one on here too, but I know at some point I'm gonna have to come back to that
Yeah,
one. I'm gonna have to find that one specifically with the Texas one on there, the Texas staple meals. You feel me? Ooh, okay, yeah, we're gonna go with this one right here. We're gonna go with the
okay,
sides.
okay. Sides, let's get it.
We're gonna go with the sides right here. You know what I'm saying? A wide variety, wide range, but you know what I'm saying. Remember, I don't follow the prompt. These my own
Period.
prompts. You know what I'm saying? So it's one from each row. Here we go right here. $9 worth of sides, but we're not doing it like that. We're doing it row by row. So on this first row, this how I'm explaining to you, so you know for the listeners too. It's the best version of this. So even if you see it in its generic form, baked potato, but that loaded baked potato, whatever you put
Mm.
on it, mozzarella sticks with the good with the good what's it called?
Yes, the marinara sauce.
What's the sauce called with the mozzarella sticks?
Yeah,
Marinara,
there.
and then cheesecake, whatever flavor, whatever your best flavor is of the cheesecake. So out of the top row, who you taking
I'm
off the
on
top row?
mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks be busting. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had them in a minute, but as soon,
Yo, you surprised me with that
yeah,
one.
as soon as I
For real?
seen them, I was like, hell yeah, mozzarella sticks. Baked potato, I would have went with that. But for a side, it's quite a lot. Like I would eat a baked potato by itself. You know what I mean?
I feel you. No, I know what you mean. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because when it's really loaded, you could really eat that
Brisket,
literally as a
onion,
meal.
barbecue. Like, yeah, when I load that bitch up,
Hmm.
it's a meal.
It's loaded up. That's what I'm saying for sure. This second one get a little interesting
Me
now.
too.
Hush puppies, fries, or fried
Fried pickles
pickles.
with ranch, especially if they from Razoo's. Let me get them fried pickles.
Hey, I kind of peeped it because fried pickles is like that new school one to a degree because you know what I'm saying it's not a generic like side
Right.
like it used to be fried pickles, but I would definitely yeah
They
fried pickles would
buzzing.
be one I pick too, especially with that avocado ranch. Sometimes too they got that with the fried pickles
Right.
too. Okay, third row generic ones, but you know what I'm saying it all depends on what's the best version of it. Mac and
Mhm.
cheese, coleslaw, and
I'm gonna
fried
go with
okra.
fried okra. Fried okra every time. The mac and cheese is not giving baked in this photo, but I'm gonna go with fried okra. I love okra. And coleslaw, I'm not.
I mean, that's what I should have said. Best version of it. I should have
I
said
think
that
you
then. So
did.
if you could
I
imagine
think
that
you
it was
did say it.
baked mac and cheese, then I feel you. It do look like some
Baby, that's
sad work right
box.
there. I'm not even gonna lie. That's that one. That's that potluck lunch when you in like when you on the shit like the
Okay,
office or
that's
something. You going there when they don't season no macaroni
okay.
and cheese at all. They don't even like it's cheese in that
I've
macaroni and
never
cheese.
liked coleslaw. I actually like refer to sidelines, whether you're a man or a woman. I refer to you as coleslaw because you're a side.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a big fan of it either. Like it's certain fast food spots, like they'll give it to you. Like I know Zaxby's
Yeah,
big on that
Raising
raising
Cane's.
canes, and it's like sometimes I catch myself if I'm like that hungry to eat it with it. But I feel you by choice.
Hell no.
Hell nah, yeah, coleslaw might be at the bottom of my list. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I agree with you on that one. I'll substitute that bad
Mm,
boy.
mm, mm.
Okay, This was Southern staple right here because we all, you know what I'm saying, me and you both from the South. So these last three is
Oof.
definitely, well, third one a little
Yeah.
bit, but green beans, seasoned, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Seasoned green beans, that good corn on the cob, and you know what I'm talking about from you know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
that good
You're from
corn.
Texas. Broccoli
That's
too.
true.
Which
I'm
one?
going straight for corn on
Which
the
I think is between
cob.
the first two
Corn
for
on
sure.
the cob. Ooh.
Yes, I already know it. I knew it. I knew what it was gonna be
Period.
already.
So good.
Corn on the cob. How you doing? How you doing it up with the corn on the cob though?
So HEB, they have the ones
Grill,
that you can
roasted, what?
like I like mine on the grill, I ain't gonna lie. Or the ones like
Okay.
that have the stock and stuff on it. You gotta peel it back and stuff because it'd be so sweet. But also at the same time, I like them you know how they do, you know, like Thanksgiving and stuff, shit like that. I don't mind them like that either. But my favorite is definitely like that I be feeling like a Native American eating that corn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Be peeling it back. It's sweet. Add you a little butter.
Man, hell no. You saying like the Native Americans, man. She went to
Okay,
Pocahontas
it's
look
it's
going on
it's
tonight, man.
given. I love it.
Here we go. You feel what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Last two left. Now we going with the breakfast meal. We switch this up a little bit every time
Yeah,
I do the breakfast because I got to give you a couple of options. You feel what I'm saying? First row, we got the pancakes, right? But between the pancakes, you know what I'm
which
saying?
one?
I'm gonna let you pick a main one and a runner up because you got two. It's four different options. You got buttermilk, you got chocolate chip, you got cupcake, and you got strawberry, which everybody know the strawberry one, you know what I'm saying, with the strawberry preserves on the
Bussin'.
top. Pick two off of this list.
I'm going with buttermilk and the
On
strawberry.
pancake.
Buttermilk is my favorite though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like I'm simple. You know, if we putting together breakfast, that
With the
strawberry,
butter and the syrup.
yup, the butter and the syrup. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The strawberry, I could eat that just by itself and be full, and it looks so good too.
That does. That does. That does. When it come to the like exotic flavor. I don't even want to say exotic, but you know what I'm saying? Like the IHOP type flavors, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. Like the cupcake one, it really depends on how it come together because I don't like a lot of them either too.
yeah,
When they just trying to throw some flavors together. If it don't hit, it don't hit. Like the strawberry and blueberry preserves, like you say too,
yeah.
over some like syrup and all that, them hit every time. Like you can't really mess them up at all.
Facts.
Second row, we gonna switch this one up. First choice you got is you got to pick the eggs because the eggs are by default, but what type of eggs? You feel what I'm saying? Sunny side up, scrambled, whatever the
Hmm.
case may be, and then pick one meat: turkey bacon, sausage, or regular bacon, and then how you want your
Yeah,
eggs.
my eggs are gonna be
Perfect
scrambled,
spread.
and I'm gonna go with the regular bacon. I've only come across like one person I know that can make turkey bacon that I like. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's not that it tastes bad. It's just the texture of it just don't be. I don't be fucking with it. And as far as the sausage, if it
Yeah.
was that circle sausage, you know that old fashioned is literally called old folk sausage.
Yo, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Boy, oh, them hoes be
I know what you're. Hey, it make a that brand make a difference. You was spot on with it for real. That brand always like that type of one make a
delicious.
difference. Because even with the turkey bacon, I find myself doing a lot. But my parents that put me on to that too of like making their turkey bacon crispy because the way they find a trick
Hmm.
to do it, you got to be able to do that. If you can get crispy turkey
It's gonna
bacon
hit
on point, the sausage, I agree with you. And that bacon, what's that brand that main when they be at the store? That
that
thick
thick
cut
applewood
bacon.
cut.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm,
What? Yo, that's a every time. I don't care what it is, whatever that brand is. I don't even know if it's Hormel,
I don't
whatever the
know.
brand is that be having like the honey. You right, like the bourbon
Oh
smoke one or whatever with the thick
yeah,
cuts. Oh yeah, them is gonna always be elite every
hitting
time. Them that bacon right there always elite.
facts.
Okay, third row.
Third row.
Again, it's still gonna be one or the other. So again, you either taking toast or hash browns and bananas or grapes. So you still gotta make two selections right here. You want toast or hash brown, and then bananas or grapes as a fruit on the side.
This is so hard between toast and hash browns because them hash browns is given very much Waffle House, and Waffle House.
Yeah, hey, hey. Yo, I had a whole convo about the Waffle House is elite. For
Okay, after a good drunk night at the
you can't
club,
go wrong with the Waffle House hash browns.
let me
You
get that
can't
All Star. You already know
chop,
what I
dip,
came for.
smothered, all of that.
All Star with the hash brown, please. And then I'm gonna go.
Yo, see that's what see telepathy. That's what I'm saying. You got to get that bad boy. What you call it? Covered. What is it? Covered dice. They got like a hell of options on with them hash browns. I'm already
Yeah,
knowing
facts.
that slice of cheese on there and all that.
Yeah, yeah, I like
Yeah. If it ain't sloppy, it ain't a good Waffle House. It got to be shitty. You feel what I'm saying?
facts.
It got to be like 12 cigarettes outside. It got to be the lady with the missing teeth. It got to be Buddy in there with the basketball Waffle House sleeve. You feel what I'm
Period.
saying?
You
It
already
got to
know.
be dirty as hell over there by the
You
counter.
already know. You already know. And a fight
The water
outside.
glass got to be about halfway clean.
Okay, spotty ass. I always ask for plastic because when you look at the silverware spotty, I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get the plastic. But but nah, the hash browns, and I would do grapes. I just bananas, like I like them for their benefits and stuff. But I
Yeah,
don't see myself eating a banana for breakfast. I ain't never did that.
I know what you mean. Like on a regular, that ain't one of the fruits that you just lock
Hell
in with.
nah.
Yeah, that ain't me neither. Like that, yeah. I'd rather a different one.
In the drink.
All right, last one right here.
Mm.
This one do get a little interesting because it varies
Yeah.
for me. Orange juice, milk, chocolate milk, or fruit smoothie. Because I'm pretty sure that's a fruit
Yeah.
smoothie. Yeah, in the
I'm
morning.
gonna go with orange juice. Part of me wants to go with the smoothie, but I'm actually disappointed they don't have apple juice up here. Cause what the fuck? Like,
Yo, that's what I see. Yo, you be catching it. That's what I thought you was. Yo, apple juice is not up there. Regular milk and chocolate milk. Surprisingly, that's what I'm saying. They made sure to mix
yeah,
them up.
exactly. I mean, I like chocolate milk, but like not, I'm not a big milk drinker like that. Plus, I like that. I forget the brand. It's pretty high, but it'd be worth it. But yeah, I would do orange juice. I do orange juice, and if apple juice was up there, I would do apple juice. Like as I've gotten older, I like apple juice more than orange juice.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think pulp or no
um,
pulp.
I don't mind a little bit of pulp. It doesn't matter to me. Like it gives me more of a
I
natural
feel you.
feel anyway. Because what you take in the, it's just like with lemonade.
Yeah,
I like pulp in my lemonade. It makes me feel like you really squeeze this shit from real lemons. You know what I'm saying? What you
yeah,
taking it out for?
yeah, yeah.
But when people like the extra
No, you
pulp,
definitely right about
is
that one. Go ahead.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like what you?
No, I know that's why I was kind of finna ask like which one. So you ain't with
Yeah,
the
that's
extra
that's
pulp
you
though.
doing too much.
That's crazy work. Oh, that's like
Extra,
damn.
like bro, just the regular amount is fine. Like nigga, you took pulp from other orange, like basically, it seems like you took the pulp from the no pulp orange juice and was like, you know what, fuck it, money grab. Let's pump it in here, nigga. We not wasting no pulp. We finna make extra pulp. Like, oh my god,
Oh man, no, you're right. That's why, because I have tasted that one before too. It's like that's a little too much. Like, all right, let me get a little bit. Man, it's like I'm drinking
on me.
strings almost, because it got that stringy taste. Like when you're
Like,
drinking
is
it,
there
like
juice in here or what?
nah, that's what I'm saying for real. You ain't
Facts.
lying though. All right, we're gonna finish off the
Last
last one, man. The
one.
last one for the night for sure. The last one, you already know what it is. I'm finna surprise her with it. This is the last one. Let me get the click right. Oh dang, hold on. There we go. Build your own. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave the last one very creative for you right here.
Oh
Cool. Build your own.
yes.
Let's get it. You feel me? Let's start with the top for Marcel, man. Multi-grain bread, Italian bread, flatbread, or honey oat.
Yeah, let me go ahead and
Interesting.
get that Italian to start off. Toast it.
You solid for that. That's why I say I kind of I picked. I go for a two choice minimum. You know what I'm saying? When I let people do it, I figured you was either finna go Italian or multi-grain.
Italian or flatbread, actually.
Damn, see, flatbread was on the third choice for flatbread, though. I'm not gonna lie, third choice,
Yeah.
not my second. Third choice, because I thought honey oat probably would be a last choice,
Yeah, yeah,
last result for you with
yeah.
the bread. Okay, so now I know then. I got you so Italian and flatbread. Okay. Second row, turkey, ham, roast beef, and
Put
chicken.
all of them on there. Nah. um,
That is facts. Realistically,
realistically,
y'all know it.
oh my God.
Yeah, realistically, all of them on there, man. Whatever that sub is, that sub was like that with all the
Facts. Let
meats.
me get I do turkey. It's between turkey and ham. Like all of them look good, but if I went with the flatbread, it would definitely be the chicken, hands down. But I'm gonna go with turkey.
I feel you. I know what you mean. It's like
It
it complement each other
complements.
good. That chicken do it too. And I ain't really on the roast beef like that, to be
Yeah,
honest. I don't really fuck with
me
roast beef
neither.
like that. I'm not even an Arby's type of fan.
Facts.
Like, how's Arby's still around? You know, that's a whole nother conversation.
Bro, they running a drug. They gotta be like on some type.
Except for the curly fries, though. The curly fries is
Hey,
elite.
that's a
They fries
front,
elite.
bro.
Yeah, I get them.
They running cocaine or something. They running drugs or something out of Arby's, bro. Like they're not selling no sandwiches. There's no way. Like they got other things. They got illegal.
They did do the good burger, Pat, though. You see that? Remember they did that? They
Yeah,
did do the good burger, little thing right
facts.
there, the Mondo burger or something. I'm like, but that was, you're right. I still think that to this day. I'm like, how the hell are y'all selling roast beef sandwiches like that?
Facts.
It's another spot too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm gonna get to it. But yeah, Arby's is diabolical for that too. I don't even understand how they lights still on. Okay, here we go. This one get mixed up a lot of times. You feel what I'm saying? These last three rolls get a little, you know what I'm saying, different for
Mhm.
everybody. That cheese game for sure. Provolone, pepper jack, Monterey Jack, or American cheese. They ain't even got the sharp cheddar. That's
Which
crazy
is
work.
crazy. Or
That's what I'm saying.
they don't even have Colby Jack, and I like me some Colby Jack, but
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, how do you know? Like, who the hell eat? Like, man, who the hell out here eating provolone like that? Come on, be for
I
real.
fuck with the provolone. It's either provolone or pepper jack.
But okay, but that's all I'm about to say. Because let me correct that. By first choice though, is it provolone because them other two ain't on
Yeah,
there that we
yeah,
was talking
yeah.
about.
Provolone.
See, that's the yeah,
Yeah.
okay, got you then, got you. So provolone cheese, you got a turkey, you got the Italian bread. You can pick two from these last two. So on this next row, you pick two, and then the last row you pick two. You got tomatoes, lettuce, red onions, and
Let me
pickles.
go ahead and get them
So two,
onions and lettuce.
got to. Every time.
Damn, I wanted some tomatoes.
I figured. That's interesting though. So you not really a heavy tomato person because I see you pick the lettuce over the
Yeah, I'm not
tomatoes
super
first.
heavy on them just because a lot of times I've run into tomatoes and they don't be firm. You know what I mean? Like especially fast food, they be
Yeah, I know what you
like,
mean. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but if I'm making something at home, I don't mind them. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like again, I'm big on textures and stuff like that. Like I don't want no shit that
That makes
I'm
sense.
expecting it to feel a type of way in my mouth, and if it doesn't, like I don't fuck with it. So yeah, lettuce and onions
Okay, okay. Them red onions always do the
always.
trick. And the last one to finish it off, you got two choices right here. Some good ones
Ooh,
too. Jalapenos, bacon, avocado. The salami is crazy work. I don't even know how the
like
hell
why is
that's
it
a
down
side
there?
on here, but that's pretty.
I'm gonna go with bacon for sure, and we're gonna slap. You know what? No, damn, this is tough. I'm gonna say bacon and avocado. I'm mad.
Yo, you was clutch for that. I was waiting to see if you was gonna say the avocado. You was
Yeah,
clutch for
because I
that
was
too,
like, I
yeah.
got lettuce and
That's actually a good
onions,
ass
but I feel
choice.
like the avocado would have went better with the
Yeah,
tomato. But I'm not gonna fuck with the jalapenos, and I don't want more meat on the sandwich. So yeah, bacon and avocado for sure.
that's clutch. So you actually made an elite sub. So y'all, for all the listeners, the audio for audio purposes, she got the Italian bread with the turkey, with the provolone cheese, with the lettuce, with the crisp
Mm,
red onions, with the crispy thick
you
cut
know it.
bacon, avocado, salt, pepper, and oregano on that bad boy over the top. Sliced
Mm,
avocados, pressed down. You know what I'm saying?
toasted bread.
Warmed up. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Here for
you already know what it is, man. The Auntie All Star sub sandwich. There you go, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And that is our segment right there, man, for This Is That. Again, definitely bringing that back, man. So, I'm gonna actually have Marcel do it, you know what I'm saying, on next episode. So next episode, I'm gonna share you that link. I'm gonna let you pick a couple two and then I'm gonna, make my rounds on it.
it.
But again, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We love doing the show. You feel me? Very passionate about this. There's a lot of dope episodes to come, a lot of great content to come. We got so much to talk about on the Rolodex. Trust me, we're gonna keep coming again. Like me and Marcel said too, we do got a music segment that's gonna come separately too, y'all. So we're gonna get our list of artists for that too as well. We're gonna hit y'all with a couple of food segments on here too, man. You know what I'm saying? We got say it right for
Unapologetically
me real quick.
Marcel.
Yeah.
Hey,
A tongue
yeah.
twister for me real quick. Unapologetically Marcel too as well. You got Time Out with Trouble too as well. You feel me? We coming at y'all from all angles, man. You know what I'm saying? We love to do this show. Tell a friend and tell a friend to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Twitch coming very soon too, man, for the streams too as well. Make sure y'all go follow Marcel. It's Marcel though. And it's Marcel though 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around with her. She got two different profiles, you know what I'm saying, for sure. So make sure you go follow both of them, man. And you know what I'm saying? We will catch y'all again.
Bye.
When will we be catching them again? Later on in the week, yeah, because we kind of gave y'all one early for the first episode. So we will be back in a couple of days, y'all. You feel me?
Yeah.
Your favorite, your
Your
favorite.
favorite auntie and new gen baby.
Yes, indeed. We out, y'all.